Oh, me, oh, my.
It's all good.
Bing a bang a bungin', I guess. Good afternoon to you. Welcome to the Tom Taylor Sports Show. I'm your host, Tom Taylor, obviously. We thank you for being with us on this Tuesday. Where are we? April the 21st, 2015, our 50th day of fun and frolic together. And we welcome you aboard here on a Tuesday. And again, thank you for being with us. We dedicate our shows, we always do, to the man hanging on the cross right up here. And we make no apologies for that. Again, today's verse of the day, Jeremiah 33:3, call unto me, I will answer you and tell you great and unsearchable things you do not know. Call unto me and I will answer you. That is a promise from God himself. Call unto me and I will answer you and tell you great and unsearchable things that you do not know. Whew, Jeremiah 33:3. Our show brought to you by Bristol Dragway, American Import and Auto Repairs, Bristol Motor Speedway, Kingsport Cabinetry, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, Book Lovers Warehouse, also by Cherokee Barbershop, Max Medicine Mart, Bays Mountain Park, Wells Fargo Financial Network, and by Bracken Asphalt Maintenance, Bracken Paving. So we are ready to go, setting on go. Good afternoon, Horace. How are you?
Doing good.
Yes. Got a little rest? Everything better?
Got a little rest.
Got a little R&R?
Hopefully we can focus today.
Yeah, we can focus. Well, we were focusing yesterday. We got on that thing about the birds. So I have over here, tell me why I would have, as a grown man, 6 pins. I'm not sure why I have to have all these. So
I guess because you're a pin collector.
I guess so. I'm going to go ahead and move those. I'm going to tidy up over here a little bit. We have a couple of highlighters we don't need and a Sharpie. Put those into the desk, and we're ready to go. Now, let's start in Cincinnati. The Reds win last night, 6-1. They get a big win over Milwaukee. Votto goes deep, his 5th home run of the year. Redlegs now 6-7, the 3 games out. You were telling me that the manager went on a tirade. Is that correct?
He did. Let's see here. Because of an early slump, Cincinnati Reds manager Brian Price raged at a reporter and the media in general, using the obscenity-laced tirade Monday that included 77 uses of the F-bomb.
Really? In the media?
In the media.
In the press
It
conference?
lasted 5.5 minutes.
Yeah. So in 5.5 minutes, he drops the F-bomb 77 times.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gotta go.
I got no, yeah.
Gotta go.
No.
Sorry.
I don't watch movie. If we start using that one, I'm out.
No.
I've got left a couple of movies because of that. Not that I'm a holier than thou, but I don't need to plunk down money to hear that word. And so this guy rattles off 77 F-bombs in 5.5 minutes.
Yep.
Whew, man.
I mean, there's no justification for that.
No. Then there's.
You can get mad at the media.
Yeah.
That happens all the time.
Right. And I will say this: they ask stupid questions.
They do, and you got some managers out there. They're just naturally going to use expletives, but 77 times.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing to me. So, anyway, in fact, I admire the drivers, the NASCAR drivers, because they get asked some pretty stupid questions, quite frankly, from the media. Stuff you kind of I'm hearing these questions and they kind of go they kind of scratch your head because it's like I'm not sure why you would have to ask that particular question. So anyway, that's what's going on with the media. Brian Price 77 in 5 minutes, and that's kind of a different thing. So anyway, is our friend here?
She is.
Good. Solo. Good. She's here. Awesome. Very good. My buddy's in the house. So she has stopped by to see her granddad. That's a cool thing.
Uh-oh. Okay, we're good.
Good?
We're good.
All right. So anyway, Brian Price. Now, from a PR standpoint, one would think the Reds would, I don't know, maybe they won't do anything, but 77 F-bombs in 5 minutes on a team that's, you're right. They're coming out of the gate 6-7.
If Major League Baseball doesn't sanction him in some way, and the Reds don't, then I'm done with the Reds.
Yeah. So
I'm sorry. I'll be done with them.
Yeah. Well,
I just joined them.
Yeah, you just joined them,
and I'll be done with them.
Yeah, because it's there's a point. I mean, maybe even one's too many, I think. But 77 in 5 minutes. Of course, I don't know who's counting them, but
somebody did.
It didn't take long. 77 times he's used the F-bomb in 5 minutes.
I'm sure it was recorded
in a press conference. Holy smokes! Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of tarnished me a little bit too.
It says he was angry at C. Trent Rosecrans of the Cincinnati Enquirer.
Right.
He used to write and report for this blog that I'm looking at right now. But he was inquiring about the whereabouts of Reds catcher Devin Mesoraco, who had been away from the team because of an injury and a separate family matter. And Price just went off.
Yeah. I've told you, and I'm going to tell you again. You can say there are problems in Cincinnati. It has not been fixed. Case in point, Alfredo Simon, the guy they traded off, said he was expendable. At one point last night, I have to double check, but he was throwing BBs. Let's see if he ended up winning it. Yep, Simon, 7 innings, 7 strikeouts, 7 hits. Alfredo Simon, the former Red that they felt like didn't need him anymore, and so Gator says, "Bet his mama's proud." Yeah, I bet his mama's proud too. Anyway, bottom line is Brian Price. There's problems in Cincinnati. Marlon Byrd's not the answer. I told you that. I told Greg that. I've told everybody that. Not that I want to be right, but it's a baseball team. I mean, you go back 3 or 4 years, they underachieve. Same guys are there. The same cast of characters, for the most part, are still there. And they're not. I mean, here we are, 13 games into the new season. They're 6-7, and it shouldn't be that way. They got the money. They got the horses. And then again, you laugh and say what you want. There's the Cardinals, 8-3, and so. Even the Braves, who've done a complete rebuild and cleaned house, they're 8-4. Now, how long that will last? And maybe 2 weeks from now, we can be saying, the Reds are now on the top of the division. But there's something wrong. I don't know what it is. They got rid of Dusty Baker. They thought he was the problem. Obviously, he's not the problem. They've shipped off Bronson Arroyo, the free spirit guy that plays the guitar in the locker room when the long-haired free spirit, who was their model of consistency. That ain't the problem. They got rid of Latos last year. They've unloaded several guys all over the league.
They have no bullpen anymore.
No, and so Reds are struggling. They win last night, but Milwaukee's 2-11, so ain't like they're a ball of fire. So anyway, Reds will go at it again tonight. They'll have Jason Marquis on the mound. So Brian Price, a 77 F-bomb laced 5.5-minute press conference. See, they've got to do something to him. I mean, you can't just let that go.
You can't.
Somebody has to, either Major League Baseball or Walt Jocketty or Castellini, the owner. Somebody's got to sit him down behind and say, nah, this is not the Cincinnati Reds image we want to portray. And if you're upset with the media, then – and, again, I'll go back. Some of the questions I hear the media ask these guys, some I heard up there at the NASCAR this past weekend, you kind of scratch your and go, really? It's almost like some of the folks asking the questions – just want to be up there to ask questions.
But these weren't even stupid questions.
It was a legitimate
question. Yeah. Where's Mesoraco?
Yeah, and it is legitimate. There's a family matter. Okay, well, what does that mean?
Well, that's none of your business. That's all I would have said.
Yeah, so
that's a team
private
issue.
Matter.
Yeah,
and that's it.
End of discussion.
End of discussion. He's away from the team. He's had an injury. He's coming back, and he's got a family matter he's tending to. What's family matter? It's privacy, confidentiality. Yeah. I'm not going to tell you. So when he's back, he's back. Yeah. Move on to the next question. So, anyway, he went off. The Cubs win last night. So did San Diego. In the American League, Boston, Detroit, the White Sox, Kansas City, Oakland, and Houston get W's in the American League. Daniel Norris slated to pitch again. Pitched on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'd say probably Friday or Saturday.
Yeah, probably Saturday because I think they had a day off. So
yeah. So, all right, if we lose you from the Redlegs, who do you go? You don't go back to the Braves, do you?
No.
Where are you going?
I'll probably watch Toronto for a while.
Yeah, got to go with Toronto.
Yeah. We got a hometown flavor up there now, so got to watch Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'll have to consider that one too. I'm not sure.
Coming up later in the show, we got Joe Gibbs. We'll hear from Joe Gibbs, car owner, of course, of Joe Gibbs Racing, and get a recap of what he said over the weekend about again the racing on his four drivers over the weekend at Bristol. We'll hear from him. Also, Matt Kenseth. Get an update from Kenseth about winning the race. And also Jeff Gordon. What was his thoughts about racing that last time in the spring at Bristol Motor Speedway? We'll hear from those gentlemen coming up later on in the show. Also, we got our buddy Richard Isaacs ready to go with the quiz show coming up next half hour. Also, Daniel Monjay scheduled to join us from Milligan College. And also in the second hour of the show, Danny Good, the athletic director at Daniel Boone. Here's what I like about Danny Good. Send him a text. Can you talk about – I need to set the phone back down. Can you do a spring sports update this afternoon? Haven't even set the phone back down. Beep. Yes, sir. Love to. Got other athletic directors? They'll do it. You got to track them down a little bit. But he and Josh Kite, always. Yep. Whatever we can do to promote our kids, we're all about it. So we'll talk to Danny coming up in the next half hour, again, with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We appreciate you. Make sure you like us on Facebook, and you do. Facebook.com/The Tom Taylor Sports Show. Like and follow. We picked up 5 more, I guess, likes. What would you call it?
Likes and follows, I guess.
Likes and follows. L&Fs. Likes and follows since yesterday. So we're up to, 150-some, and we appreciate that. It's growing every single day, and we appreciate that very much. Quiz show coming up. So what did I do yesterday? I didn't write it down. Did I do?
You went 2 for 5.
2 for 5? Yeah, those are really stupid questions that Gator did, but we're not bitter. Let's see.
I'm proud of my man.
Yes,
I'm proud of my man, Gator.
Yes, you are. All right, 2 for 5 on the quiz show. We'll see what we do today with Richard Isaacs. The one that got me was how many different ways you reach first base. 7 different ways, and I
9.
I said 4, I think I said, which was wrong. No, the original question was 6.
6.
And I said false. No, I actually said true, and it's false. In my mind, I'm thinking 4, but it actually turned out to be 7 different ways you can reach first base. Let's try it again. Ready? Can you do them for me?
No, I can't.
What? Okay. Drop ball. Catcher drops the ball.
That drops third strike.
Third strike ball, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one
strike.
you missed.
Yeah, third strike. Then you have catcher interference. You have a balk, obviously a base hit, a walk, hit batsman. Oh, no. Oh, is it down here somewhere? Let's go digging around. I got 6. Now that's even worse. You got to come back.
Can't remember it.
Can't remember what I missed to begin with. I don't know what I did with it. There's one more. But anyway, there's 7 ways you get to first base, and I got 6, and that won't work. So, missed that one again.
Yep.
See, Gator, it's stupid questions second day.
I think it's a great question.
Yeah, great. So, anyway, we'll check in with Joe Gibbs a little bit later on. Also, Matt Kenseth, the winner of the Food City 500, and also Jeff Gordon. They'll all join us coming up later in the show. And also, we'll talk to Joe Gibbs, asking about Eric Jones. Now, this is a really cool story. Eric Jones, the up-and-coming driver, raced the Xfinity Series, sat on a pole. Of course, Joey Logano went coast to coast, start to finish, won the whole race. Well, they fly him back to Charlotte. He is laying on his couch, getting ready to watch the Food City 500. Phone rings. This is Joe Gibbs. Hey, Mr. Gibbs, how are you? We need you in Bristol. Really? Yes, sir. Need to get you on the plane and get you now to come to Bristol and drive for Denny Hamlin because Denny's got neck spasms. He can't go. We need you. So Joe Gibbs says he calls Eric's daddy. Is this okay? And I'm thinking, okay, we're going to tell Joe Gibbs no.
Not me.
All these kids are trying.
Winston Cup ride?
Yeah.
You're crazy, baby. You're going.
All these kids coming up through the system, and you got a chance to impress Joe Gibbs. Yeah, we'll be there. So they get him to the airport. They fly him up here. They helicopter him from the Tri-Cities Regional over to the track. He has 5 minutes to go before the race starts. He climbs into the seat. So
Gator says fielder's choice.
Fielder's choice. Thanks, Gator. Yeah. That's great. My man's over there glowing. You're gloating, and he's gloating as well. So, Anyway, Jones gets here 5 minutes before the race, literally 5 minutes before the race. They put him in the seat. Now, what folks don't know about NASCAR, let's take you and I, for example. They fit that seat and the steering wheel and everything inside the cockpit for Horace, and you can't go. So they put Big Boy in there. Well, you know what that's going to be. So I'm in there in a totally different setup, and so Jones is sitting in a seat that is fashioned for Denny Hamlin. Steering setup that you can't change for 5 minutes of the race. I mean, here it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. You're going to drive this car under the conditions because it's set up for Denny Hamlin. He can't go.
And he did a fantastic job.
Yes, he did.
First few laps, he got lapped because he was getting familiar with the car, but then he held his own.
Yeah. Remember this name, Eric Jones. E-R-I-K is how he spelled his first name. Jones, this kid's the deal. And so 18 years old and flies him to Bristol. I mean, imagine the plane ride. I mean, okay, you're sitting on the couch eating a sandwich and you get a phone call.
What's going on here?
Exactly.
I mean, his mind's going a mile a minute.
Imagine the adrenaline on that plane flying. It's like 30, 35-minute flight up here.
Am I really getting in a Cup car?
Yeah.
Am I getting in an 11 car?
For Mr. Gibbs. I got to do good for Mr. Gibbs. I'm driving the FedEx Toyota that Denny Hamlin just drove to a victory in Martinsville. I'm going to be in this seat. I mean, you got to know butterflies but apparently he was calm, cool, and collected. So we'll talk to Joe Gibbs about that a little bit later on in the show. Also, Matt Kenseth, and also the retiring Jeff Gordon. Now, the buzz at the track was he continues to say he's not going to drive full time. So now we're hearing rumblings up there
he's
that
going to pick and choose his
he's
races.
He's going to pick and choose like Mark Martin did for a while, for maybe a year or two. And one of the ones he wants to pick is Bristol. Of
course, Bristol.
He loves Bristol. So don't be surprised. Yeah, he's going to go away full time, but don't be surprised that he will go in a part-time role of driving races and tracks he chooses next year. So
but who's he going to drive for?
Well, that I don't know. So
I mean, if he's going to quit the full-time ride, Hendricks is going to find somebody else to sit in that chair.
Oh, they have. Chase Elliott.
Chase Elliott.
He's coming.
So who's he going to drive for?
I don't know.
Stewart Haas, baby.
Yeah. Or he may work out a deal to, Casey Kane every couple of races. I mean, I don't know. I mean, who knows how it's going to be, but I don't see him leaving Hendrick to go drive somewhere else part-time. I would think they work out some kind of a deal, or maybe he rides trucks, or he wouldn't do trucks.
I tell you what, it will be very strange to see him in any car other than 24.
Yeah.
I mean, it just won't be the same.
No. And we're not saying it won't be, but Chase Elliott's going to have that ride next year for sure full-time. So, and maybe he'll go to the broadcast booth. And he helped out over the weekend in the Xfinity race some at Bristol, so he may be heading to the broadcast booth. Who knows? He would be very good at it. So, anyway, we'll hear from
the next Michael Waltrip.
Here you go. We'll hear from Jeff Gordon coming up later on the show. It's the Tom Taylor Sports Show again on this Tuesday. We thank you for being with us. And, well, let's talk a little bit about East Tennessee State golf. They're doing very well right now. This is coming out of the Johnson City Press. East Tennessee State University's golf team doubled its lead. Wow. The Southern Conference tournament on Monday. Bucks turned in a 1 over par 289, expanding their lead as a team to 6 strokes over the field. Again, this is in Pinehurst, North Carolina, which is pretty good course in Pinehurst. That's pretty strong. And so the Buccaneers, again, lead the pack in the Southern Conference tournament. Of course, their goal was to win it and head on off to the NCAA tournament. And so right now they're exactly where they are, heading off the NCAA tournament. They can hang on and win it, and it continues today in Pinehurst, North Carolina. So go Bucks. And Fred Warren, one of the nicest guys you'd ever want to meet, the golf coach at East Tennessee State University. This program, the golf program at ETSU, stays under the radar. I mean, you hear all the talk about the football and basketball, but year in and year out,
they do great. They're an awesome. It's an awesome program.
Oh, I mean, it's one of the top 10 golf programs in the country in college. Yeah. Very, 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 very well respected, and
among the golfers,
golf
community.
Yeah,
I mean, people just don't think of golf as an athletic sport.
Yeah, but it is.
But it is
absolutely. And so ETSU's golf program, very, very, very well respected around the country amongst the collegiate folks, and so Fred Warren's done a phenomenal job continuing that tradition here at East Tennessee State University. We will move right along here. We'll see we got Richard coming up in just a few minutes. As a matter of fact, we'll take a break. We'll come right back, and we will hear from Joe Gibbs, car owner for the Joe Gibbs Racing 4-car team, I should say. He'll join us coming up next here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
Your life is always changing. You never know what shape it will take, or how your financial needs might change. But if we talk about your investments and how they can provide for you and your family, the future becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
At Farmers, we make you smarter about your insurance, because what you don't know can hurt you. What if you didn't know that home insurance can keep your stuff covered even when it's not at home? Or that collisions with wildlife on the road may not be covered? And what if you didn't know you could be liable for any accidents on your property? The more you know, the better you can plan for what's ahead. Talk to Farmers and get smarter about your insurance.
We are farmers. Bum, ba, dum, bum, 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 bum. At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
At American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now some of the newer vehicles, you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. Computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology is just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111. Kingsport Cabinetry installs cabinets and countertops all over the 3-state region. Owner Richard Isaac says there is no charge for his quotes.
All of our quotes and drawings are free. I know a lot of the national chains, big box stores and stuff, and I understand they have to charge a price to come out and measure and do a quote, but here at Kingsport Cabinetry, we do all that for free in hopes that our service is good enough. I always tell people this, Tom. I say, you can go anywhere in this town and get a product like I have, but find somebody you're comfortable working with. If you're not comfortable working with me, find somebody you are comfortable working with. But I can guarantee you we'll give you the service. We have a full shop back here that we do custom work, and I'll just move on a little bit. We get into commercial work. We do a lot of commercial work, a lot of health care, a lot of restaurants, banks, schools, things like that too.
Kingsport Cabinetry. Call Richard Isaacs today at 247-6134. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us on this Tuesday. Thank you for being with us again, and we appreciate it very, very much. We're going to check in with our buddy Richard Isaac next half hour of the quiz show. We've got a contestant ready to go for that. And don't forget Max Medicine Mart, Make Tracks to Max. We're going to hear from Joe Gibbs here in just a second. And Make Tracks to Max, and you do Mother's Day right around the corner. If you have a mom that's still with you, and I hope that you do, and if you don't, we totally understand. Mine's in glory. And so your mother – she just called you yesterday, didn't she?
Yeah, she called me yesterday.
Yeah. You in trouble?
No.
No. Can you still get in
Am
trouble?
I in trouble?
Can you? Well, yeah. The halo. Horace.
I'm firstborn, son.
Can do no wrong.
That's right.
Now, can she still call you and get your attention pretty quick? Mom can?
Yeah.
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 All right. Just leave it at that.
Yeah, don't go any further, baby.
No. So, in the past when okay, never mind. Mother's Day is coming up. So Horace's mom's still with us, and mine is not. So if you do have a mother, my whole point of this is that's still with you, please go out and do something for Mom for Mother's Day. And I'll go ahead and say Father's Day doesn't seem to get the oomph that moms do, Mother's Day, and this is no disrespect to mothers, but, dads deserve to get a little pat on the back too. They may not act like they want it, but they like it, I promise you. And so Father's Day coming up in June, Mother's Day up next. And so they have the Willow Tree Angel figurines at Max Medicine Mart. They've got those. They have all kinds of Mom's Day cards. No cards over $1.99 at Max Medicine Mart. They have sunglasses for Mom. There's Franklin sunglasses, beautiful, stylish, different types of sunglasses to get for Mom for Mother's Day. So there's lots and lots of options. Russell Stover candies. If Mom is such she can't have full throttle candy, there's sugar-free candies available at Max Medicine Mart. And then sometimes folks just go in and take a basket, which I think is really cool. As Aaron said a while ago on the commercial, take a basket and just go around the store, and Mom would probably like this, Mom would probably like that. That way you customize a basket full of goodies that she would like. And there's lots of options here at Mike's Medicine Mart. So Mother's Day coming up, your Mom's Day headquarter, make tracks to Mike's or headquarters on Center Street in Kingsport. We'll talk to Dr. Walton tomorrow coming up. He's back in the saddle with us tomorrow. As promised, again, not a nicer guy you'd ever want to meet. In fact, up here on the wall, there's my picture with him up there. One of my proudest moments had my picture taken with Joe Gibbs. What a devout Christian man, solid as a rock, one of the most respected owners in the business. And so got a chance to ask Joe Gibbs and, hey, recap the night for Joe Gibbs Racing over the weekend and on Sunday night.
Everybody did a great job. I hated it for David Reagan and Snickers. We got in a wreck there. Carl going as hard as he could go. I got away from him late there, and I think he was kind of kicking himself. He was giving it everything he had. And then, of course, we had the wow thing happen with Denny. He had a spasm with his neck and shooting pain. We wind up flying Eric over here. He got here with 5 minutes to go. Went and got in the car, first time in a Cup car, and we put him in that situation. But I talked to his dad. He said it was okay. And so we had a good story there. And then I thought he handled everything really well. So long day, big day, great for Dollar General. Rick and Dreiling and everybody over there, really, really proud of Matt. Great job he did tonight.
Certainly wasn't easy and was filled.
And that's Joe Gibbs, and so that's Joe Gibbs finishing things up. There you go. Whoops.
That's kept on playing.
There you go. That's that horse. And Buttons just got stuck again. You look at Gibbs Racing's top 10 or top 4 drivers, and 4 drivers, period, I should say. 8th, 11th, 15th, and 18th, respectively. Now, David Reagan took a hit, not doing well at Bristol on Sunday night. And so he drops back down to the 18th spot. Matt Kenseth vaults up to the 8th spot, having won the race. Denny Hamlin currently 11th. Carl Edwards 15th, and David Reagan 18th. Reagan driving for the injured Kyle Busch. So right now the cutoff's at 16. So Edwards and Hamlin and Kenseth would be in the big show if it stopped today. Of course, it doesn't. We have lots of racing all the way to November to decide, or actually not to November, to September to decide the chase for the championship. So, again, Kenseth up into the 8th spot. Hamlin currently 11th, Joe Gibbs Racing. Carl Edwards 15th, and David Reagan 18th. That's the 4 drivers in the hunt right now for Joe Gibbs Racing. And, again, you look at Carl Edwards, led a good part of that race the other night, ran into some late race troubles Joe Gibbs just alluded to, and knocked himself out of contention. He is currently 15th in points. Kenseth up to number 8. Hamlin currently 11th with the FedEx Toyota. Denny Hamlin talking about the fact that it's such a grind on your neck. Now, a lot of folks may not understand this, but, again, you ride around that track just in a regular car or vehicle, and you get a sense of what it's like because you're like this the whole time turning. And so, as Denny said, 500 laps, couple of hours, it puts a tremendous strain on your neck, the G-forces. And so that really wasn't his problem because it apparently was hurting him before he got into the car. But a lot of the drivers will tell you at the end of the night they are physically spent, and one of the areas that they really sometimes pay for the next day when they get back to their homes are their necks because of the G-force on the neck. So it's very demanding to drive the high banks of Bristol more than they let on because they're the greatest drivers in the world. So anyway, Kenseth, Hamlin, Edwards, and Reagan, 8th, 11th, 15th, and 18th respectively right now in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. Next stop this weekend is in Richmond with the Toyota Owners 400 on Saturday night. So the question is, you think Denny Hamlin can get back and go? Gibbs says he's talked to Denny. He feels like he can. It's really not anything. It feels like just, quite frankly, just slept on it wrong. Woke up.
Well, yeah, I've done that many times.
Sure.
And if you're going to be in a car, your neck hurts.
Yep.
And it twitches.
Yep.
And you get in a car that's going to put even more G-forces on it. Mm-hmm. It's going to make it worse. And you're going to be concentrating on what's the pain in your neck rather than what's on the track. And that's not a good situation. So until that resolves itself, I'd stay out of the car too.
Yeah. And I think if you're hurting, I don't think there's anything you can do for your neck. I mean, that's once it starts hurting, it can be very, very painful. And this kind of makes you feel crummy all over. So anyway, we'll see if Denny Hamlin can get back and ready to go coming up this weekend. Next stop for the Cup drivers is in Richmond. And then wrapping up the month of April, let's see. That would be it. In the month of May, they go to Talladega, Kansas City, Charlotte for the All-Star race, and, of course, the Coca-Cola 600. And then they wrap up the month of May in Dover, Delaware. These guys all over the place. And thought it was interesting. One of the drivers I was talking to up there over the weekend said, you know, you guys are here. Next week we'll have another Tom Taylor ask me some more questions in Richmond. Then we're going to be down in Talladega, and then we'll be over here. So he said it doesn't stop. Same folks, there's a Tom Taylor or Tom Taylors in every city in America wanting questions answered once we come to their town. I said, yeah, but you guys get paid pretty good to answer these questions. Let's face it. He said, yes, we do, but it doesn't mean it still doesn't get old because some of them are kind of goofy questions. And so he said, just understand you guys are done with us till August, but we don't. We get right back on the merry-go-round and go with the next set of questions, a next set of reporters, a next show. Well, there is nobody else doing the show we're doing, so I found that out. But a different set of media folks talking to them when they get to Richmond. So, in fact, I was talking to some of the folks from Sprint Vision. A typical weekend for NASCAR. They're in there, they wrap up Sunday. They fly back home. They're there today or yesterday and today, Monday and Tuesday. Then typically Wednesday, they're repacking and right back out on the road Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Of course, this week it's a Saturday night race, back home on Sunday. But when you race on Sundays, typically, then you come back and you're home Monday and Tuesday, and you're right back out on the road again. So it's a tough. You can say what they want to. It may be glamorous to a point, but it's a pretty tough gig every week. You're home for Monday and Tuesday, back out on the road Wednesday, Thursday, the latest. You've repacked and gone, and again gone till that following Sunday. So anyway, it is what it is. Well, some of the folks I was talking to there kind of hinted that, man, it gets old. So, but again, you do what you got to do to put bread on the table. NBA last night, Chicago beat Milwaukee 91-82. The Bulls lead the Bucks 2-0. Milwaukee shirts on the sideline, their uniform warm-up says "Fear the Deer." Of course, it's Milwaukee, the Bucks, and so they got a big antler says "Fear the Deer." Well, they're down 2-0, so I don't think the Bulls are fearing them at all. You have Golden State defeating New Orleans. The Pelicans went down in flames, 97-87, and so that leads the series now for Golden State, 2 games, none of the best of 7. Tonight, you have Boston at Cleveland, Washington at Toronto. The nickname of the Toronto team is
the Raptors.
The Raptors.
And who failed on that yesterday, Tom?
You did.
No, I did.
Oh, yes, you did, too. You
no,
failed.
I did not.
Yes, you did. You failed. You bombed that beggar in line.
No,
I just have a heart to tell you.
No, you're just baiting me now, baby.
You were groggy.
You said they had that little
dopey.
bird-looking things with wings.
You were groggy and a little dopey yesterday. I just didn't have the heart. I just have the heart to hammer you. Yeah, you bombed it. I can't hit the bell over here on that one. It's pitiful. Bad. Anyway.
I feel sorry for you.
Yes, you do. I feel sorry for you as well because you missed that one. The Raptors fly through the air with the greatest of ease. Tonight, Boston at Cleveland. The Raptors hosting Washington and the Rockets hosting the Dallas Mavericks tonight in the NBA. On the ice, let's see, is tonight when they get back at it with Wyman and the folks? Yep, tonight they do. They skate in Chicago. Last night the Rangers skate past Pittsburgh 2-1. Rangers lead that best of 7, 2-1. Minnesota, the Wild shuts out the St. Louis Blues. Minnesota leads the series 2-1. Anaheim skates past Winnipeg 5-4. So Anaheim now leads that series 3 games to none. Getting ready to finish them off, looks like. Tonight on the ice, Tampa Bay skates in Detroit against the Detroit
Red Wings.
Ding, ding, ding. All right. Washington against the Islanders. The Washingtons are the
Senators. No, I have no idea what the Washington is. I don't follow hockey.
Nashville at Chicago. The Nashville
Predators.
Chicago
Blackhawks.
Yeah, softball. All right. Vancouver
Canucks
at Calgary
Flames.
I think it's the Washington Capitals, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think you're right.
There
Capitals.
you go. So, anyway, they're on the ice tonight. The National Hockey League, the best of 7. And Nashville and Chicago, Blackhawks lead that series 2-1. Nashville needs a W tonight. They'll get it in Chicago tonight. Mark it down.
They're going to even it up.
They're going to even it up tonight. Going to beat Wyman's Blackhawks. Take them to the bank. So
then they come back to Nashville.
Come back to Music City. When do they come back?
Or do they play it like baseball? Well, they'll do 2, 3, and 2.
They are back in Nashville Thursday night. Thursday, and they'll go back to it's a back and forth. So
yeah, they'll be okay. So they'll come back
Thursday Nashville, Saturday Chicago. Now we'll get a bird's eye view from Carmichael. He was there last week, or was supposed to have gone there, and we'll get an idea. He went down to watch the Predators. He's supposed to get me some magnets and some pennants to put up here.
Yeah,
we'll see if that comes through. Horace came through. Toronto Blue Jay. Can they see it on the webcam? By the way,
yes, they can.
All right, Toronto Blue Jay pennant is there,
and you'll notice it's above the Reds.
There you go. Yeah. You could put the Vancouver Canucks above the Reds and be all right. The Reds are not real well. Now, I will tell you, I'm just going to go on record. So I've been ciphering on this during the break. I admire you for your integrity. If they don't do anything to Brian Price after a 5-minute, 77 F-bomb lace press conference, I'm out. I'm done. I'll find somebody else. I'm not going. I can't support a team that's going to let that guy get by with that. Either they financially punish him or
suspend him,
or I mean, you just can't.
Yeah.
I'm saying that the guy that. Here we go.
He shouldn't be managing today.
What's the name of the guy that Ozzie Guillen, who was the manager of Chicago? So they clamped down on him 2 or 3 times. He got into 2 or 3 of those profanity-laced tirades, and they set him down. And I can't remember if they suspended him. They financially set him back a little bit, but they got his attention to a point. Then he went on to, I think he's with Miami now, but at one point he was the White Sox manager. He stayed in trouble for that very reason. So if Price is out there doing – well, he did do it. It was yesterday when it happened?
Yesterday.
Yeah, and if they don't do anything with him, then I'll have to pull off my Reds pennant because I'm not going to support a team that lets the guy get out there and say, oh, come on, Tom. He was just mad. 77 Fs in 5 minutes ain't mad. It's deeper than that.
And if the owners and the management don't do something about it, punish him in some way, and corral him, then why would I want to support a team that doesn't? I mean, I'm sorry, I can't do it.
Not going to do it. No, I won't. I don't know about anybody else, but this old Cowboy's not, well, you're just being an old fuddy-dud. Call me what you want, but.
Well, there's some integrity issues here, and I'm not going to give up my morals and ethics to support some team that's going to, support that kind of behavior.
And see, they ask dumb questions. I've heard them. They ask dumb questions, but this is not. This is a legitimate question. Where's the catcher? He ain't been around. Where's he at? I mean, he was glued to the team last year offensively. Where is he? We need him. He's not around. And then I guess the family issue, whatever it was that triggered it, he lit into him. So. See,
there's more to it. There's more to it.
I'll guarantee it. Yeah. The heat's on. But see, if I'm in that room and I'm one of the media and you start, I just get up and leave. This is America for now. Yeah. I don't have to put up with that. I'm just going to leave. So
my guess is Mesoraco singed him a little bit too, and he's mad at Mesoraco, and he took it out on the media.
I don't know.
That's me. That's just my guess. But that's just.
But I promise you, if I'm in that same room and they start in on that, I'm out.
Yeah.
Elvis has left the building. I don't need to hear it. So. What was the movie I went and saw? Man, I was all jazzed up to see this movie. I wasn't in there 10 minutes, and the guy drops 2 F-bombs. I'm out. I go back to the front of the theater, not telling you I'm a goody two-shoes. I said, look, I don't want to come plunk down whatever it was. It's 5 or 6 years ago now. It was a cowboy movie. And I said, I don't want to plunk down. I want my money back. I'm not trying to make a big scene. I don't want to hear the F-bomb, and I just like to have my money. And I'm go down the road and get me a burger, going home, burger and a shake. Lady said, okay, I understand. I said, I'm not trying to. She said, I'm not. I mean, it was like 10 minutes into the movie. It wasn't like it's half over and I want my money.
And it wasn't a rated R movie either, was it?
No. So I said, nope, I'm out. Elvis has left the building. So, Brian Price, I hope you get reprimanded for what you said and what you did. If you don't, you're losing a Reds fan here that's been since Tony Perez since the 1970s. So, anyway, let's see what else is going on in the world of sports again on this Tuesday. Now, we talked about, didn't we? Talking about the Braves pitcher out for 80 games.
Yesterday,
Andrew McCurran, I hope I'm saying it right. McCurran, suspended for 80 games following a positive test for banned substance. We did talk about that. Yep. So he's out until July. Read into that one, the owner of the team, and I don't have it in front of me, I can't remember the owner of the team. They're not happy.
No, I wouldn't be either.
We spend lots of money to make sure we tell these guys as far as training, going through, not clinics, but going through seminars. Here's what you want to stay away from. Stay away from the substance abuse, or in this case, it's steroids. Stay away from all those different performance-enhancing drugs, and he still didn't do it. And so the guy, Dave, just went totally blank, of the Atlanta Braves front office says, we ain't happy because now we're out of pitcher. We got to go find another pitcher, pay more money, get somebody up here to get them pitching while we put him on an 80-day disabled list because he did performance-enhancing drugs.
Because he was stupid.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much what he said in so many words. So the guy's very apologetic. He said, I made a mistake, but cited for, how would you say this? Ipamorelin, IPAMORELIN, which releases growth hormones. So, by the way, how much do you think he lost? His salary he loses, he's getting paid $507,000. He's losing $222,000.
So half of his pay is gone.
Gone. So not only does he miss pitching for the now, what do you do in those 80 days? Are you constantly? Do you have to do urine samples? Go in and they check your pupils, your eye. I mean, what do you do to make sure you're back on the?
I'm sure it's a blood test or
blood
some sort of test. I'm sure there's got to be somehow.
So he loses half his pay, and he's not pitching with the Braves, and so you wonder when he comes back if they just send him packing. So they're not going to do it now. I don't guess they could, but
whoever they bring up, if they're happy with him and he's performing well, he may have just lost his spot.
Yeah, that's the chance you take. Consequences for your choices. So anyway, that's what's going on in the world of sports. Coming up later on, we'll check in with Daniel Monahan. Daniel Monjay, not Monahan. Daniel Monjay.
You haven't recovered yet,
No,
Tom.
this came a new name. Daniel Monjay from Milligan College. So what's going on in the land of the Buffaloes?
He's worried about me.
I'm worried
about you.
Yeah, really. Also, Danny Good. But you're wrong about that bird. I'm telling you, the raptor, I was right. And I just didn't have the heart to tell you because you were kind of sluggish
There is
yesterday.
a raptor that looks like a little bird with wings. All right? I will give you that. But the Toronto Raptors is not a little bird with wings. It's a dinosaur.
They have canaries look like raptors. Are you kidding me? Come on now. Little birds that fly around look like a raptor. Give me a break. Danny Good's going to join us coming up in the next hour, again, from Daniel Boone High School to give you a rundown of the Daniel Boone Spring Sports. Also, we'll take a break coming up. We've got the quiz show. Also, later on, another visit from Joe Gibbs. Also, Matt Kensel. And also, we'll hear from Jeff Gordon all straight ahead. But we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. Get set up for the quiz show on this Tuesday. You're listening to the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Life has its twists and turns. It can take many different shapes. But a good retirement plan changes with your life. And as we talk about what you're putting away and how much you'll need to retire, what was uncertain becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
It's easy to buy insurance and forget about it. But the more you learn about your coverage, the more gaps you might find. Like how you thought you were covered for this.
Check it out, Mom.
When you're really only covered for this. Or how you figured you're covered for this when you're actually paying for this. You might be surprised at what's hiding in your coverage. Talk to Farmers and get smarter about your insurance.
We are Farmers.
See what might be hiding in your coverage at farmers.com/gaps.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
Now we're back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show again on this Tuesday, again, April the 21st, 2015. Thanks for being with us. College basketball, North Carolina junior point guard, the leading scorer on the team, Marcus Page, recovering from ankle surgery. School says had arthroscopic surgery to remove bone spurs in his right ankle. Should be ready to go to play basketball later on this summer. Page led the team in scoring with a 14-point average, honored as the Tar Heels MVP for the second straight year. Of course, North Carolina reaching the NCAA Sweet 16.
Like I said, I'm worried about you, big guy.
North Carolina reaching the NCAA Sweet 16 before losing to eventual national finalist, the Wisconsin Badgers. So Marcus Page should be ready to go later on this summer. Arthroscopic surgery to remove bone spurs in his right ankle. So I would think it'd be painful.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's the latest in some college basketball news. College football, if you're a fan of Georgia Tech, they have scheduled a 2-game series against Central Florida, which is led by former Yellow Jackets coach George O'Leary. And so they're going to play home and away for Georgia Tech and the University of Central Florida. What would be their last name, their nickname, I should say?
Central Florida? Black Knights.
There you go. Good job. Whoop. All right, good job, Horace. Black Knights. So Anyway, that's what's going on in some college football news. Now, let's take a look at what's happening in high school baseball from yesterday and what's going to be happening today. Compliments of the John City Press and also the Kingsport Times News. Baseball from yesterday. It was Dobbins Bennett getting a big win. DB shuts out Daniel Boone 12-0 in 5 innings. 3 Indians tag team him for a no-hitter. Science Hill beat Volunteer 12-2 in 5. Unicoi County beat Happy Valley 12-1. And then the other 2 games, Tennessee High Central and East at Sullivan North, were postponed. And so the trio, Caleb Cook, Carter Linton, and Darius Peterson, combined to hold the Trailblazers hitless. Dobbins Bennett improves to 23-7 and 9-2. And the Trailblazers fall to 11-14 and 4-5 in the Big 7. Again, DB, big game tonight. They'll take on Crockett at 6 o'clock at J. Fred Johnson Stadium. And there'll be a dandy going on there between the Pioneers and Dobbins Bennett tonight. Also today, Daniel Boone plays at Volunteer, Science Hill at Tennessee High, Crockett at Dobbins Bennett, as we mentioned, Central at Science Hill, and Sullivan South scheduled to play at Sullivan East. In Virginia baseball, Gage City at John Battle, J.I. Burton at Twin Springs, Union at Lehigh, and Rye Cove will be at Clintwood coming up later on today. Now in softball, Dobbins Bennett and Science Hill postponed until the 28th, which is a week from today. Elizabethton beat Sullivan North 12-0 in 5 innings. It was Unicoi County and Chucky Doak. Unicoi County wins that one 7-0. Boone and Volunteer softball postponed until tomorrow. And Central and East were postponed. No makeup date for that as of yet. Also in softball, Wise Central beat Lebanon. Union over Shelby Valley. And that was in action with softball in Southwest Virginia. Now, do you play golf?
I have dibbled in it, but I don't play.
All right. So this Saturday, coming up Saturday, the 3rd annual Sullivan South Rebel Band Golf Tournament. This Saturday at Cattails of Meadowview. Entry fee is $200 per team. Lunch 12:30, and they'll tee off at 1:30. Men on the white tees, seniors gold tees, ladies red tees.
You have no idea what that means, do you?
Yeah, that's the length of the drive when you tee off in the tee
I'm
box.
impressed. Let me ding it for you.
In the tee box, I might add. How about that?
There you go.
There you go. Give me some taters. There you have it. Now, beyond that, probably not much more. I know that much. So, men will tee off on the white tees. The seniors will tee off on the gold tees, and the ladies will tee off on the red tees. So, there you go. Long drive and closer to the pin contest. If you're interested in getting involved, email, there's a big, long HMZGZ. I guess that's what it is, unless it's a typo. Email Mark. I'll get a phone number by tomorrow. HMZGZ 1966 at yahoo.com. So there you go. Also on Monday, a week from yesterday, Second Harvest Food Bank Annual Golf Classic, sponsored by Bill Gatton Dealerships, will be at the Blackthorn Club of the Ridges in Jonesboro. That'll be on Monday. 4-man select shot tournament, teeing off at 1 o'clock. Sponsor levels are available with publicity for sign-up before March 30th. That's gone. Second Harvest Food Bank in Northeast Tennessee is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. If you'd like to play coming up this Monday at the Blackthorn Club in Jonesboro, the Ridges, call them at 279-0430. 279-0430 is the number to call. You're scanning yonder. What else got going on? Anything?
Oh, well, let's see here. Jordan Spieth, since we've been talking about golf. What do you think he has been earning in the 2015 season per stroke?
Since he's won the Masters?
Well, it says
as a result of winning the Masters?
As of for 2015, what is he earning per stroke?
Boy, let me think. $100 a stroke.
Higher.
$2,000.
Close. $1,800 a stroke.
Wow.
Every time he tees off, that's $1,800.
Wow. Seriously.
Seriously, is what it says.
$1,800 a stroke.
Yeah, this season so far. He's been lights out. Let's see here. Spieth has finished in the top 25 of the 11 events he's played 9 times. Let's see here. He finished in the top 10 7 times and has 2 wins. As a result, he has earned $5.1 million. That's $1,742.46 per stroke taken in 11 tournaments.
$1,800 a stroke. Is that correct?
Yeah, basically.
Wow. That's not bad.
No.
Now,
I'll take it.
Absolutely. I was thinking about something yesterday, and maybe you can help me with this because I don't know the answer to this. Is there that kind of money out there for putt-putt? Miniature golf.
There's putt-putt tournaments.
Yeah.
I know that. And there's some people take it serious.
Yeah. Well, I just wondered if there was that kind of money.
Nah, not
is
that
there a
kind of money.
putt-putt tour where they go out on the tour? Is there one of those?
I don't know. Let's look it
Yeah.
up.
Look it up, miniature golf or putt-putt. I mean, we can get in on that. We can play putt-putt. I don't know if we can make $1,800 a stroke, but we can get in on it. While he's checking it out, let me tell you about one of our good sponsors, good friends, again, at Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics. If you need to brace it or replace it, from head to toe, you know where to go. And, again, they work with folks with diabetes. A lot of folks in our region, thus the name of the Xfinity Series race over the weekend, the Drive to Stop Diabetes 300. Diabetes is a huge problem in our area, and if you know someone who is going through the throes, if you will, of diabetes or the disease, which is no fun to say the least, give them a call. 968-4442 is the number to call at Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics. They can help you. Again, they have locations in Kingsport. They have locations in Bristol. They're at Still Creek, right in Still Creek Park on 126 in Kingsport. Also, they have them location in Greenville and also location in Pounding Mill, Virginia. 968-4442 will get you started in the right direction. You can call them up and say, I need some help. I've been diagnosed with diabetes, know someone who is, and can use some diabetic shoes or just whatever they can sit down and help you with to help alleviate the problem and the pain as much as possible. They can do that at 968-4442, the number to call at Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics. Will Graybill, and a dear friend, and runs a great operation. 39 years, 4 locations, 1 family. Again, at Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics. If you need to brace it or replace it from head to toe, you know where to go. Give them a call. 968-4442 is the number to call. Did we find out anything?
There's tournaments, but I haven't found anything about a tour.
All right. That's your homework assignment tonight. See where I'll look it up, too, later on.
There is a Professional Putters Association.
Really?
Yep.
I'm pretty sure putt-putt or miniature golf, not necessarily putt-putt, miniature golf has a tour, and they go out and
Putt-Putt Tours Facebook. Let's go check that out.
There we go. We've turned Horace loose on the computer today, and it's mayhem.
Oh, mercy.
Yes.
I'll look it up over the next 24 hours.
There you go. Have it by tomorrow morning. That'd be good. Now, before we get ready to hear from Joe Gibbs on his second visit, talking about this Eric Jones kid, we'll touch base with him coming up here in just a second. College baseball polls are out for this week. And, gosh, you got some shaking up in the top 5. And here we go. Number 1 team in the land now. See if you know their nicknames. Number 1 team is LSU.
LSU Tigers.
There you go. Second in the country right now, baseball, UCLA.
Bruins.
Third ranked is Louisville.
Cardinals.
Texas A&M.
Aggies.
Arizona State.
I always miss this one. Not Sun Devils anymore. Aztecs. No. I don't know. I always miss Arizona State. I always miss
Sun Devils.
Sun Devils.
Aztecs.
I don't know.
No,
that's San Diego State.
There you go.
I'm sorry.
My Arizona State. 6th ranked Miami.
Hurricanes.
7th ranked right now in college baseball. TCU.
Horned Frogs.
8th ranked Florida State.
Seminoles.
There you go, the Seminoles of Florida State.
Can't even say that word.
No, you can't. It kind of rolled out your lips, sir. 9th ranked, you have Oklahoma State.
Cowboys.
I don't know why I'm waiting for you to guess the team. Oklahoma State Cowboys. And the 10th ranked team in college baseball right now this week is the Florida
Gators.
Gators. There you go. Now, a couple of new teams in. Dallas Baptist is ranked 22nd this week. FAU, Florida Atlantic University, is 25th. Nevada is 29th. And Arkansas, the Razorbacks, are ranked 30th this week in the latest college baseball poll. So that's what's going on there. And that's college baseball. But LSU jumped up from 3rd. The number 1 team, Texas A&M, fell to 4th. They apparently have lost 1 or 2. And so there's been some shuffling this week in the college baseball rankings, again, in college baseball. Did you read the article? I was up at the track because some downtime with that rain delay. I was reading about how we said it would because they changed the baseball, not the bat. They changed the baseball. Remember, they made it smaller.
Yeah. Well, they didn't make it smaller. They took the laces and trimmed them down so the ridges aren't.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's what it was. Anyway, the baseballs are flying out of the ballparks all over the country. So it's
But, I was watching Norris and some of these other pitchers pitch, and my concern was, will the pitchers have the same control over the ball, okay, as they did with the higher ridges on the laces? Well, I've seen some pretty wicked pitches so far this year, so I don't think it affected the pitching.
No, they still bring it.
Yeah.
Big time. Speaking of baseball, tonight right here in the Tri-Cities, the Tennessee Volunteers coming to town to battle the Bucks. Again, it'll be happening at Thomas Stadium tonight. First pitch scheduled for 6:05. Tickets still available, but not many. It's going to be a sellout. Bucks have been struggling. They've lost 17 of the last 20.
Ouch.
Well, yeah, they've been in a tailspin. And so both teams will start freshmen on the mound. Ryan Simpler will go for the Bucks, and Zach Warren will make his fifth start for the Volunteers, who's 2-0. Simpler is 1-3, an ERA of 6.39. So, yeah. He started an earlier meeting, the 5-2 Tennessee win. They played earlier in Knoxville. Allowed 3 runs on 6 hits and 5 in the third inning. So Ryan Simpler gets another chance to go against the Big Orange tonight. Lefty Zach Warren will make his fifth start for the Volunteers. Starts at 6 tonight at 6:05 at Thomas Stadium in Johnson City. And so if you get a chance, check that out. Take it in. Should be a fun night. Should be a little cool night to watch a little baseball. We got a cool snap in here for the next week to 10 days. So going to be sub-70 temperatures most days, but still very pleasant. When it cranks up this summer and it's in the 90s and humidity is 844%, then we're going to appreciate these 60 typical spring days here in the mountains, 60s for your highs and 40s and 50s for your lows. So tonight, if you go to the ballpark, or any ballpark for that matter, you may want to bundle up, maybe a little cool tonight. Little cool, watching the ball games. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. Hour number 1, amazingly enough, is in the books. Somebody just got started.
I know it.
Man, it's fun when time flies when you're having fun. Coming up, let's do this before we go to the break. Let's squeeze in Joe Gibbs because we asked him.
Change it on me again.
I'm sorry. I thought I'd better get him in before the break. We got Kenseth and Gordon next hour. So here's the question posed to Joe Gibbs. We told you about Eric Jones, laying on the couch in Charlotte, got the call, jumped in the plane, flew him to Bristol, helicoptered him over to the track, got him in the car 5 minutes before the race, drove a very, very nice race. Question to Joe Gibbs. Did Eric Jones score brownie points with you?
Yeah, when you see a young guy like that, and he gets here 5 minutes before, we put him in the car. I told him, I said, hey, you're not going to go unless you really feel good. Can you give me a thumbs up? So when they got him all in there and got him set, because we didn't have a chance to do anything, and he went, I'm okay. So we let him go. But to see somebody that young get thrown into that situation, he handled it very good, smooth. On the radio, he was really good. And I think it was a real experience for him. But I thought he handled all of that exceptionally well. And so, we know Eric, I think, has a very bright future. I think it's going to be fun to work with him in the future. Eric
Jones, again, did well. Again, when the boss says, well done, young man, then you got to know next time there's the same situation, may tap him on the shoulder. I wouldn't be surprised if somewhere down the line with Kyle Busch still waiting to get back, he doesn't put him in Busch's ride somewhere and let him get a little experience behind the wheel. Give David Reagan a day off, but we'll have to wait and see. But anyway, that's what's happening with Joe Gibbs Racing. Coming up next hour, we'll hear from the race champion, Matt Kenseth, and also the sentimental favorite who had a good run but didn't win it, Jeff Gordon. We'll hear from him as well coming up in the next hour. We'll take a break. Hour number 1's in the books. We'll come back with hour number 2. You are listening, and we thank you for being with us. Again, live streaming right now, livestream.com, from 1 to 3 every weekday afternoon, and soon to go 3 hours. And then tonight we'll podcast it for you, and Horace will hit the magic buttons and have it up there ready to go. You can go to iTunes, TuneIn Radio, also to Stitcher, phone app, Stitcher.com, or YouTube. All those will be where we'll be later on this evening. Quick break. We'll be right back. Hour 2 coming at you as you're listening to the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
At Farmers, we make you smarter about insurance because what you don't know can hurt you. What if you didn't know that it's smart to replace washing machine hoses every 5 years? What if you didn't know that you might need extra coverage for more expensive items? And what if you didn't know that teen drivers are 4 times more likely to get into an accident?
what's up.
The more you know, the better you can plan for what's ahead. Talk to Farmers and get smarter about your insurance.
We are Farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
Life has its twists and turns. It can take many different shapes. But a good retirement plan changes with your life. And as we talk about what you're putting away and how much you'll need to retire, what was uncertain becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
Ready to go for hour number 2. Thank you for being with us on Tom Taylor Sports Show. Want to say hello to Tiger Brooks, hello to Dick Bedard, Mike Music, also hello to Barry Brickey, and a big shout out to, I want to say hello to Alice Gregory, and also hello to the plumber, the bopper, Bob Plummer. And we want to go right to the ponies there. Our weekly segment every Tuesday's now at 2 o'clock, and that would be today. And here we are. It's Daniel Monjay from Milligan College. Good afternoon, sir. How you doing?
Yeah, good afternoon. Doing well. Enjoying this weather.
Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful time of the year. Got some signings to talk about here in a few minutes, also some softball. But let's start with a cross-country track update with Milligan College. What's going on with that?
Yeah, we had a really successful week last week. We hosted the Outdoor Conference Championships last Wednesday, Thursday at Science Hill. We didn't get really the overall team result that we wanted. We got third on the women's side, fourth on the men's. But individually, we did really well. I think 6 total records were broken among the teams, and we accounted for 3 of those. So pretty successful on the individual side.
Yeah, who broke some records? Throw out some names for us, would you please?
Well, Hannah Seagrave is a sophomore from the UK. She broke 2 of the records. She broke the 800 record, which is kind of her specialty race. Her signature event is what I refer to it as. And then the 1500, it was her collegiate debut running that race, and she broke the record, won the race by probably about 100 meters. It was a pretty cool race to watch. So she broke 2 of those, and then Joey Watson, who's also from the UK, he's a freshman. He broke the shot put record and won that event as well.
Talking to Daniel Monjay, again, the sports information director from Milligan College. And, again, we appreciate him very much. A cross-country track, so what's the next step? Do we move on, or are we done in cross-country and track?
Well, it'll stay kind of on an individual basis as they move forward. They probably have about 3-4 events left in the regular season, and then they go to the national championships, which will be, I think it's at the end of May, probably in about 3 or 4 weeks from now. And just it's all the individuals who qualify. So, for instance, Hannah has already qualified. Joey's already qualified. I think they have maybe one other one. And then anybody else that has a qualifying time or mark between now and then will have a chance to go down there and compete at the national stage.
So typically Milligan does well. This is not going to be the first time they go to the nationals, right?
Right. I don't know the number right off the top of my head, but I know at least as long as Chris Lane has been around and been the coach of the programs, they've sent at least one person from the men's and women's side every year, which he started in 2000. So that would be at least 15 years of sending at least one, and oftentimes they send 3 or 4. I know, like last year, they sent, I believe it was 4, and in the indoor season we sent 4 this season earlier, back in March.
We're talking to Daniel Monjay, again, the sports information director for Milligan College. Love promoting the Buffaloes every week, and he'll be here with us every week at 2 o'clock, he or Lucas or someone. And let's talk about softball. What's going on? You got a tournament cranking up. Is it today or tomorrow?
Yeah, the tournament has actually already cranked up. We have our game at 3 this afternoon, so if anybody is in the Kingsport area or can make it to the Kingsport area, I know they would appreciate your support. They play Bryan College, which is the 2 seed. So it should be a good game. It's a double elimination tournament, so they're guaranteed a game today and tomorrow. And then we'll just kind of see how it goes from there.
We're talking to Daniel Monjay. So softball cranks up today. Now, is it a single or double elimination?
It's double elimination.
Yep.
So they'll play today at 3, and then their next game is scheduled to be tomorrow in the afternoon. It will be 1 o'clock if they lose today, 5 o'clock if they win today, and then the rest of the week will kind of be dependent on kind of what goes on, who wins, who loses.
So how do you feel about the Lady Buffs going into the tournament? Are they peaking, or is this?
I like our chances. It was kind of a roller coaster season. We started out really, really well. I think we won the first 6 games in the conference, and then we kind of hit a little bit of a slump. But I was actually talking to Coach Holly, earlier this week, who said that if they played like they played in their last conference series of the season, which was against Reinhardt, he likes their chances if they can play at that level. So yeah, like you said, it's kind of all about peaking, and I think we're there. We were at least playing really well last week, the last time we played. So hopefully we can keep that up. And
then tell us about the baseball team. How are they doing right now?
Well, the baseball team has their conference tournament coming up in 2 weeks. They have one week left of the regular season, but all on the road, and then they will, I think, have a week off, and then they have their conference tournament. It's up in Kingsport as well at Hunter Wright Stadium, and that's the first week of May.
We're talking to Daniel Monjay. Before I let you go, you've had, since last week, had some signings. Youngsters have come on and said, we want to play sports and go to Milligan College. Tell us about some of those folks.
Yeah, we've had coaches going all over the country, it seems like. We've got several local kids, as always, but then we've also we've had our women's basketball coaching staff sign somebody up in Minnesota. They also signed somebody out in Illinois. That was Lexi Weddle up in Minnesota and Rebecca Maxwell in Illinois. They've also had, well, other teams, I guess, have gotten people as far away as Erie, Colorado. That's Kelly Sorensen, who signed with our softball team a couple weeks ago. And then just some of the local kids. One of the big stories last week was Sarah Robinson, the daughter of our head men's coach, Bill Robinson. She committed about a month ago but had her official signing last week at Elizabethton High School. There's another Elizabethton High School girl who's signing, I believe, next week. Her name's Megan. Probably going to mispronounce her last name, but Megan Petrowski.
You got it. Yep, you nailed it.
And then a few other athletes from Elizabethton and from just Greenville, Tennessee, just kind of the area. We've had a few.
Yep. So.
As always.
Yep. So big news again. Yeah, one of the hotshot volleyball players. Oh gosh, what was her? She's from South Green High School. She signed to play Milligan.
Yeah, Laura Ricker.
Ricker, thank you, Laura Ricker.
She's from Greenville. Yeah.
Yeah, South Green High School, right outside of Greenville and Greene County. So one of the Lady Rebels from South Green going to come to Milligan and play. So yeah, you've got 2 basketballers and a volleyballer coming from the region. And Milligan, I wouldn't think it's that hard to recruit. Milligan comes with an outstanding academic reputation. The athletics are very, very good as well. So I would think to a certain point, if they can get the finances right, it's a pretty easy sell, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And you nailed it right on the head. As far as just the finances is oftentimes the hardest part, or I guess the most daunting just aspect of coming here. But we do have a lot of different financial aid packages and scholarships that people can get. And I went to a similar school about the same size and cost as Milligan. I went to Covenant College for my undergrad, and I came out of it without any student debt just because I got a really good financial aid package. I, just had the right scholarships and everything, and like I said, I didn't have any debt coming out of school, so that was good for me. And I'm sure athletes who are getting athletic scholarships would be in the same boat.
Absolutely. So, again, before I let you go, as always, tell us the website we can go to find out more about Milligan Sports.
MilliganBuffs.com.
MilliganBuffs.com. Great report. Stay maybe a little cool over in Kingsport today. Stay cool, or rather stay warm, the cool wear, and we'll talk to you next Tuesday, all right?
Absolutely. Sounds good. Thank you.
Yep, great job. Daniel Monjay, the Sports Information Director of Milligan College. Appreciate him very much. And so, the land of the Buffaloes. Indeed, indeed. So, like following the Orange and Black playing softball today. I would think it'd be a little cool out there today, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but it'd be nice.
Be nice, yeah. Would you rather play in cool weather or play in that old hot, steamy,
cool
sticky?
Weather.
Yeah, amen to that.
You're gonna get hot and sticky.
Yeah,
regardless.
And so if you're playing in hot weather, you just get even hotter and
stickier.
Oh
yeah, it's miserable.
Yeah, got you. So anyway, we appreciate him very much stopping by phone and talking to us. Today is now, of course, this time of the day. We always give you the thought for the day with our buddy Larry Kaiser from Nationwide Insurance. Again, he's speaking, by the way, Daniel was, of the AAC Athletic Conference Tournament going on again at Domtar Park in Kingsport, the Appalachian Athletic Conference Tournament. Also going on today is day 2, might add, of the Region 1 AAA Pentathlon Decathlon at Morristown West High School, and the Region 1 Single A AA Decathlon at Greenville. So those are going on in track and field today. So things are beginning to wind down a little bit. I know the baseball tournament starts, as we said, for baseball, some next week, some week after next. You know, high school graduation is going to be out here. Some of the schools will be graduating within the month. They'll be out for the, graduation. Some of the schools are going to be out for the month. Are you pointing to?
What you're going to do the thought for the day?
Oh, yeah. I was waiting for you. You got it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I was just over here talking about high school graduation, and you pointed. I thought, what did
I thought you just completely forgot about it.
No,
but I put Larry's picture up.
No, I'm waiting on you just to. Yeah, I'm waiting to get that picture of the Big Easy. Have his mug up on the webcam on the screen.
I'm sorry.
So you got it?
Oh yeah, it's been up since you started.
Okay, all right. I'm just kind of taking the lead here.
You're out of sync.
No,
you are.
I'm sitting there waiting for you to give me the thumbs up, because sometimes you'll say, well, you went too fast. I wasn't ready for that. So now you got it. You're in, right?
I'm in.
It is the set of the sail that determines the direction of the boat. That is our thought for the day. The set of the sail that determines the direction of your boat. Is the set of the that's all, folks.
I rest my case. I rest my case.
No, it's the set of the sail that determines the direction of the boat is what we're talking about. So, is your boat?
I'm not sure you're on a boat right now.
Oh, yeah, I'm on it, baby. I'm all right. I got it. Got it by the ears.
I don't use sails.
No, it is the set of the sail that determines the direction of the boat. So your direction, your boat being your life, the set of the sail determines your direction of life is the set of the sail. So how is your sail set, I guess? Is it set in the right direction? Are you doing what you're supposed to be doing? And so the set of the sail determines the direction of the boat. That's the thought for the day from our buddy Larry Kaiser from Larry Kaiser Nationwide Insurance at 282-1389. 282-1389 is the number to call. Do you have a power boat? You don't have any sails, right?
Yeah, I got a power boat.
Yeah. Now, have you ever been on a sailboat? Have you ever got up there and
I've been on a sailboat.
Okay. Like it?
Well, just to ride, I'm all right with it.
Yeah.
But if I have to work on it, no.
Yeah. It's a lot of work, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It's just because the wind's changing all the time, and it's not easy. It looks easy, but it's not easy.
And there's more to it than just a sail, too. You got your keel and you got your rudder. So, it all has to work together.
Yes. You got to have that keel and that rudder going together. How do you spell keel?
K-E-E-L.
There you go. Rudder is R-U-D-D-E-R.
There you go.
Uh-huh. And the sail is S-A-L-E.
S-A-I-L.
Oh, I'm in sales, so sail, that's the way I spell it. It's the set of the sail that determines the direction of the boat. And that's a good way to look at it. So I hope you in the boat of life, your life we're talking about, I hope your boat is sailing in the right direction based on the set of the sail. I think that's very, very cool. And that's the thought for the day, brought to you by Larry Kaiser Nationwide Insurance. 282-1389, 282-1389 is the number to call. Sunday night, 11 cautions, 117 laps. Again, of cautions, 7 different lead changes. When the smoke cleared, this man right here wins the Food City 500. Asking Matt Kenseth, does not having won for a while, which he was on a long drought as far as wins, does not having won for a while, does it eat at you? And he says,
but really, honestly, it does. It wears on you a little bit. We had such a good 2013. Came a little short of the ultimate prize there, but we had such a great season. And last year, there were some races we had chances to win, and just things wouldn't line up for us. We just couldn't get it to happen. And tonight was kind of the opposite. So everything worked out. We had a good car in a short run, not so good on the last 40 or 50 laps of the run, and we had all them cautions and short runs at the end that really benefited us.
Again, Matt Kenseth wins the Food City 500 and puts himself 8th in the points. They head off to Richmond this weekend for the Toyota Owners 400, so he's got to be feeling good about himself. Guy wasn't too excitable. In fact, both winners this weekend.
Blah.
Yeah, Joey Logano. It's like, Joey. And I got him up in Victory Lane. I said, fans want to hear, it's Bristol, baby, and I'm trying to get him to get
It's Bristol,
It's Bristol, baby. It's good. It's Bristol. I'm thinking, come on now.
The guy just led lap from the beginning to end.
Made history. I told him that in the Victory Lane. I said, you just made history. What do you mean? I said, first time not just at Bristol, first time in the Xfinity Series history anywhere that somebody started and led from start to finish in a race in the Xfinity or Busch Series or all the Nationwide Series, all the different names it's been.
Yep.
And I thought, man, this got to be ecstatic. Well, man, that's really exciting. I said, okay, got you. Yeah, all right, we're moving along. So, but it is what it is. And so Toyota Owners 400 coming up this weekend in Richmond. Then they go to Talladega. Then how about this? Kansas City, Kansas, May the 9th, the name of the race, the SpongeBob SquarePants 400. I love it.
If you didn't believe in WWE scripting for NASCAR, you got to believe it now.
Well, I thought of the Duck Commander last race down in Texas, but now coming up in May the 9th in Kansas City, Kansas, the SpongeBob SquarePants.
That's a cartoon.
400.
At least with Duck Commander, you got some old redneck guys that made some money.
Let's see what else going on in May. You got the Coca-Cola 600 in Charlotte, FedEx 400 in Dover, the Coke Zero 400 in Daytona Beach in July 4th weekend. You've got the Cheez-It 355 at the Glen in Watkins Glen, New York. Cheez-It crackers. I like those. You like those? You like Cheez-Its?
Cheez-It? Oh, yeah.
Okay. Irwin Tools Night Race.
Eat a whole box in one setting. You kidding?
Oh, by the way, I called him yesterday. He went over to cross the border for some personal things, and I called him. I said, "What's going on?" I don't know I don't know what the timing is, but every time I call, he's eating. I said, "Hey, what's going on?" He said, "Well, Mr. Beat, I stopped and got us a burger at the Steak and Shake's what it was?
Steak and Shake, baby.
Over in North Carolina." So I said, "Well, okay. Am I interrupting anything?" "No, not yet. We haven't got it, but
now,
I'm thinking."
I'm going to plug Steak and Shake.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, they're not here, but they need to be here.
Uh-huh.
All right. Where else can you go? Now, Mrs. V and I sat down. She had a steak burger with cheese loaded up. I had a double steak burger with cheese loaded up. We each had fries. She had a chocolate shake. I had a cherry Coke. How much do you think that cost?
Burger, and what'd she have?
She had a burger. I had a burger, and mine was a double burger.
Right. I'm not surprised
fries.
there. Okay, and some fries.
She had a chocolate shake, and I had a cherry Coke.
Uh-huh. And you're asking me how much?
Yeah.
Okay, 2 burgers and a cherry Coke and a shake. We're talking probably $15, $20.
$12.88, tax and all.
Really?
I mean, you can't beat it.
Really? And the food's good? I've never been there.
Steak and Shake's awesome, baby.
Yeah. So anyway, I call Horace. Hey, what you doing? Well, no, this is how it goes. Does my number pop up on your phone? Is my name or my number?
I got your big mug that pops up.
Okay. So I call and he'll go, "Hello," like, "Why are you calling me?" It's that whole tone of voice, which kind of sets the tone of the whole conversation. "Hello," like, "What do you need?" "Hey, Horace, what's up?" "Oh, I'm over at Mrs. V getting ready to eat Steak and Shake. Getting ready to wait. My burger's on the way." I said, "We got time to talk?" For a minute. My burger comes. I'm hanging up. Okay, got you. So he was wolfing down the burger. I don't even know why I called. So he's wolfing down the burger. Had him a big ride. Why did he go down this road? What am I talking about? See, I've lost my total train of thought. I was calling you about something. I don't remember what I was calling. I have no clue why.
I don't either.
I don't know why I went down this road. Oh, I don't know why. I just don't know. But anyway, I was going to reference something about me calling him yesterday. And, I know what it was. I was going to call you about the Reds. And I was going to see if you wanted to do another little bet again. But you were engrossed in your food, and I never got a chance to really when I
you were trying to catch me at a weak moment.
Yeah, I heard when the food was involved, I thought, this guy's real vulnerable. But, no, that wasn't the case. I couldn't get him to go. And so, anyway, so much for that. But the Reds do play again tonight. They've got Jason Markey on the mound against the Milwaukee Brewers in Milwaukee. Quick break. We'll check in with the athletic director from Daniel Boone High School, our buddy Danny Good. He's due to join us coming up next right here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Life has its twists and turns. It can take many different shapes. But a good retirement plan changes with your life. And as we talk about what you're putting away and how much you'll need to retire, what was uncertain becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Give us a call or visit us online at brackenpaving.com.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
It's easy to buy insurance and forget about it. But the more you learn about your coverage, the more gaps you might find. Like how you thought you were covered for this.
Check it out, Mom.
When you're really only covered for this. Or how you figured you're covered for this when you're actually paying for this. You might be surprised at what's hiding in your coverage. Talk to Farmers and get smarter about your insurance.
We are Farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
See what might be hiding in your coverage at farmers.com/gaps.
At American Import Auto Repair in Johnson City, one of the 8 areas of your vehicle that takes constant continuing education is the air conditioner on your vehicle.
Well, you would think that AC would be a simple one, but it's getting to be a lot bigger than just AC. It's the management of the system, not just AC, but heat and everything. It's a lot more computer controlled than it used to be. It used to be just a little button on the dash that you pushed. Now there's all kinds of electronics involved in that. Braking systems used to be fairly simple. Now some of the newer vehicles, you have to have a computer to actually operate the braking system to make sure that it's okay after you've worked on it. Computer controlled of the engine is becoming very important. There's a lot to that. Each one of these areas, the technology is just tripled and quadrupled in the last few years. It's hard to keep up. You really need to stay in the books and know what's going on with them.
American Import Auto Repair, Johnson City, open 6 days a week. Call today at 913-3111.
At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they treat thousands of patients each year dealing with diabetes and its effects. Diabetes overtaking our nation and leaving a path of destruction behind. Through wound care, office visits, and preventive care, they see most of their patients after a problem arises. Using diabetic footwear such as shoes and inserts, a great way to prevent or prolong skin breakdown and amputation. At Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, they use only custom molds from a patient mold insert, which further ensures a great recovery, or better yet, prevents a wound from happening. They use custom molded shoes, bracing, custom inserts, and extra depth diabetic shoes to prevent wounds or other skin issues from beginning. Call today, 1-800-524-4447. 39 years, 4 locations, 1 family. Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics at 1-800-524-4447.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show again on this Tuesday, April the 21st, 2015. Thanks for being with us. And we are ready for are you getting ready to do the quiz show coming up here in just a second? You got him? You ready to go?
I'm going to hit you, baby.
All right. We'll let you do it today. Richard Richard is on. In fact, to be honest with you, I'm doing a quote. So he told me he may not be able to get to us because he's out making money, and I totally understand that. At Kingsport Cabinetry, one of our great sponsors. So we'll try and get him back in here either Thursday or Friday. But we are ready to go. Got to keep up the tradition of the quiz show. Do I need to pick? I guess I need to find somebody, right?
You better find somebody to play for.
All right. Is somebody going to win for or just somebody going to play for?
You're going to play for.
That's it. Ain't going to be no winning? All right. Jim Edgman in Johnson City. Big Science Hill fan. Listen to the show. Jim Edgman is my contestant. Hit the music. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Tomorrow, the Apester will be ready along with Tommy with the Elvis stuff tomorrow. So here we go.
Hang on. I got to get it pulled up here.
Why do I put myself through this?
All right.
Why the torture, do I ask? Now, if we win for Jim Edgman, he gets a free haircut from Cherokee Barbershop on South Rowan Street, home of the Gator Man. And also, he'll get himself free oil change from American Import and Auto Repair. Just heard Tim talking about that from American Import and Auto Repair, one of our great sponsors. And he'll get him some free food. And he gets free food from Braden's Barbecue. That's right, in Kingsport, which we need to set up in a lunch date since you lost so we can go over and enjoy the March Madness lunch
I'm
date.
all about eating. I don't care win or lose.
Yeah. Oh, should I tell the story again about my man walking out of the press box the other night?
Because I didn't eat that.
But you left with it, and it was to the astonishment of the staff at BMS going, okay, yeah,
I was
sure.
thinking of other people. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
At 11:30 at night. All right, here we go. Question, we're playing for Jim Edgman, Johnson City. He's got the bell and the buzzer ready. Question number 1, it's 5. This will be a moving from an 8 to a 9 right here. Here we go.
All right, first question. All right.
Yeah.
Basketball.
All right.
Up until 1929,
right.
a soccer ball was used instead of a basketball to play
True or false?
Basketball. True or false?
That's true.
That's true?
Yes.
Well.
Hit the bell.
Hang on, I got to get to it.
Yep. There we go.
There we go.
All right, Jim, I got you one, buddy. Coming up 4 more. Jim Edgman, I'm rolling the dice for you, baby.
All right, football.
Feetball. Got you.
Dick Vermeil is the only coach to win both a Super Bowl and a Rose Bowl.
Dick Vermeil's the only coach to win a Super Bowl and a Rose Bowl. Vermeil won it with the Philadelphia Eagles. He won it with, let's see, Big Ten team. Let's see, Dick Vermeil, the only coach to win a Super Bowl and a Rose Bowl. I would say that's true. Hit the bell. All right. Jim Edgman got you 2, Bubba. Go on for 3.
Okay. All right. Let's see what we got here.
Yeah. Stop right here. Let me look into the camera and say, Apester, I'm coming your way tomorrow, baby. 5 for 5, the Elvis Quiz Show. All right, go ahead. Feel better.
Okay.
Yep.
The first televised NFL football game was between the Brooklyn Dodgers and the Philadelphia Eagles. It was broadcast to NBC to 500 TV sets. That happened in October. Well, I'm trying to think of the question here. It happened October 1939. True or false?
That would be false. Go ahead and hit that bell.
That would be true.
That is false.
That is true.
The Brooklyn Dodgers are not a football team. That's a baseball team.
There was a Brooklyn Dodgers football team.
That is false. I will debate that all day long.
I'm just going what's on the website.
Yeah, Brooklyn Dodgers are a baseball team.
Here's the question. I tweaked it. Which was the first televised game in the NFL? October 22nd, 1939. The Brooklyn Dodgers versus the Philadelphia Eagles.
I'm willing to bet at lunch. No, I'm not going to go to lunch. I just got out of one. But I'm telling you, the Brooklyn Dodgers are a baseball team. So if there was a football team ever named the Dodgers, I didn't know it. And I thought I'm a pretty good historian of feetball. But, all right, hit the stupid buzzer. We get it. This is under protest. This is a UP right here.
Under protest?
We're under protest. Hit the buzzer. Get it over with. All right. I totally disagree with that. Eagles, yeah. Brooklyn Dodgers, no. What'd you say, 1939? Was that the year?
October 22nd, 1939.
All right. Let's go ahead. Keep going.
All right. Let's see here.
Stupid questions. All right, go ahead.
This is an Olympic question.
Oh, can we? Okay.
Yeah. I don't think you're going to get this one.
Okay. Thanks for the confidence, pal. Go ahead. Brooklyn Dodgers football team.
I'm not going to do that one because I can't pronounce the name. So hang on.
Okay, great. Can you tell we're on the fly here? Richard was out doing a quote, so we're winging it.
Okay, here's one. You got me on this one on this sport. This is a
cricket.
Well, yeah. No. You done got the answer, so I can't do that one. Well, we're winging it here, folks.
This is called floundering. We're past winging. This is called get 2 more in the books and move on because I've already allegedly lost, although I'm under protest. It's a stupid question.
All right, here we go. Here's another Olympic question.
Okay. Nadia Comaneci.
Tennis was the first sport in which women were invited to compete in the Olympics. True or false?
Oh, that is more to the question. All right, repeat it again, please.
Tennis was the first sport in which women were invited to compete in the Olympics.
Let's see, the tennis or golf, one of the two. Let me think here. Tennis, first sport in the Olympics women were invited to compete in. True.
That would be correct.
There we go. All right.
That was it. That's 5 questions, Big Guy.
No, that's 4.
That's 5.
No, that's 4. Trust me. That is 4. We did.
No. I did here. I did. Okay. One more question. You're right.
Now, stop right here. this is the point I'm going to say. You're kind of out of sync today. I'm not sure you're really there.
I said, you want me to try to wing this and come up with some questions for you real quick? And I went to what I'm trying to do.
Give me some taters. Thank
so
you.
I'm trying to get them on the fly here.
Okay. So he doesn't. So now we're down. We got one more question.
One more question to go.
Yeah, we ain't done 4. All right, here we go.
All right.
Can Danny Good's interview come quick enough?
This is
what
basketball,
I'm saying.
basketball again. Basketball.
Can Jeff Gordon come quick enough? Jeff, can I talk to you soon, son? Go ahead. Here we go.
All right. The slam dunk.
Oh, I can do it on the 4-foot goal. Go.
Was banned in the NBA. No, just basketball. I think it was the NBA. Was banned from 1967 to 1972. True or false?
The slam dunk was banned in pro basketball or college basketball?
It just says basketball.
You can't. You got to be more specific.
Well, I'm just going with what it says.
Well,
on
that's
the
wrong. Come up with another question.
Give me a break.
Well, I mean, there's high school, college, and pros. Now, the pros can. There was a point when the colleges could not, unless they did it in warm-ups or got a technical. So now high school. So you have to come up with another one because that's not fair to you or me. So.
All right. Here's another Olympic question.
Can Jeff Gordon come quick enough? Can we move on to this disaster? Go ahead.
I can't pronounce this guy's name either.
It's Taylor, Taylor. I can't pronounce it.
All right, okay. Here now, you're not going to get this one.
Now, Tom, I want Mrs. V tonight. I want you to go back on the podcast and let her hear this last 7 minutes of an absolute train wreck, which is live sports.
I'll have to get it on there. You're
right.
You
got to get her on there. This is going to be. She's going to go. What were you all thinking? So.
All right.
Yes.
Snowboarding question.
All right, snowboarding. Here we go.
How am I going to put this? Okay. The terms stale fish and mule kick are snowboarding techniques. True or false?
Mule kicking. What's the other one? Man, you are really struggling.
Stale
this is good.
Fish.
Your face is red. You've worked yourself into
stale fish.
Stale fish and a mule kick are techniques.
Now remember, I said snowboarding.
I'll say it again. Repeat the question in its entirety, please.
Snowboarding uses stale fish and mule kick as to designate a couple of their routines. Their
Why don't we just
techniques.
stop at 4 today? Just to say I went 3. I didn't win anyway, so let's just stop at 4. Let's say because you're really over there struggling. This is hilarious.
Stale fish and mule kick are two techniques.
You will have to play this back for your wife tonight. She will enjoy this. Just don't let her be around any food while she's eating because she'll spit the food across the table laughing.
She will.
Okay.
Like everybody else
like
right now.
everybody else is right now. And I'm thinking, oh, really? Okay, so.
These are techniques used in snowboarding called stale fish and mule kick.
We're going to stop it. We're going to stop at 4. I'm going to say it's true. So
you're right.
There you go. So I go 4 for 5. And I think I went 5 for 5 because I think I'm going to check on this Brooklyn Dodger. What was that? The first televised football game was between Brooklyn and the Eagles. So I'm not debating the Eagles, but I am very much debating the Brooklyn Dodger football team.
I'm going to go here real quick and bing it.
Well, don't because we have other people. We can do this tomorrow. Honest to Pete. Oh, I got a headache. Holy smokes. Horse, you got me get a headache. So I went 4 for 5. I think I went 5 for 5. I'm not sure. I
guess I need to play the music so we get out of this.
Just hit the theme. Please, just get us out of this. This is good stuff. Now the buttons ain't working.
Oh, you're right. I went to a commercial, hit the wrong one.
Like how you thought you were covered.
Horace is on a tether. Yeah.
I tell you, I hit the wrong button.
Yeah, next time
you got me going, baby. You got me going.
The next time he jumps my frame about something I haven't done, I'm going to say, go back and play. Yeah. Go back and play the 2:30 break.
Oh, mercy.
Yeah. Use that as a whatever. Next time we have problems on my side of the fence, I'm going to say, Horace, go back and play that 2:30 montage, whatever that thing was.
I still haven't got back in the routine either.
Oh, me, oh, my. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come right back. We're going to be joined by Jeff Gordon. We're going to be joined
set it up.
Yeah, set it up. Or he's getting a swig of water.
We'll just repeat the last one.
Man, oh, man, I got a headache of the worst way. All of a sudden, it came on about halfway through that Brooklyn Dodger question. So we'll take a break. We'll be right back. Danny Good, I hope he's still with us. He's going to join us coming up next.
He's probably listening and says, I ain't going there.
No, I'm not going with those idiots, those morons. So snowboarding, a mule kick, and a skateboarding, skate fishing, whatever it was.
Stale fish and mule kick.
We'll take a break. We'll be right back. I'm ashamed to say, I'm just going to say the sports show. I'm not going to put my name to this. We'll be right back to the sports show.
From the driveways where your kids play basketball and ride their bicycles, to the parking lots at your local church or grocery store, Bracken Paving is an important part of many neighborhoods in our area. No matter how large or how small the job, Bracken strives for excellence in every service they provide. It's a foundation for a strong community. Discover the difference at Bracken Paving and
Life has its twists and turns. It can take many different shapes. But a good retirement plan changes with your life. And as we talk about what you're putting away and how much you'll need to retire, what was uncertain becomes clear. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. Let's start a conversation today.
At FCA, we're touching millions one heart at a time. Since 1954, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes has been putting the heart and soul in sports by challenging athletes and coaches to impact the world for Jesus Christ. As the largest sports ministry in the world, FCA now reaches over 2 million people annually on the professional, college, high school, junior high, and youth levels. Through this shared passion for athletics and faith, lives are changed, one heart at a time. Learn more at fca.org.
It's easy to buy insurance and forget about it. But the more you learn about your coverage, the more gaps you might find. Like how you thought you were covered for this.
Check it out, Mom.
When you're really only covered for this. Or how you figured you're covered for this when you're actually paying for this. You might be surprised at what's hiding in your coverage. Talk to Farmers and get smarter about your insurance.
We are Farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
See what might be hiding in your coverage at farmers.com/gaps.
May I say, I've been at this for 35 years. I'm not sure I can ever duplicate what we just went through in the last 7 or 8 minutes. My head's spinning.
Oh, I'm having a fun time.
Oh, this is good stuff over here. I'm telling you. So, and when you're on a live show and the guests aren't where they're supposed to be when they're supposed to be, we're waiting on his call now. So we are waiting on Danny Good.
He's been listening. He said, I ain't going on there. Crazy.
The Apester sent a text, so this is very entertaining. So this 2 days in a row, we've entertained the masses.
Yes,
so
we have.
Whew. All right.
Oh.
So the best part about this whole thing was I'm watching you over there trying to change the answer to the questions because you know that if you say every one of them will be true or false, so he's trying to change them as they go, kind of winging it. So anyway, I went 4 for 5, I think, and I'm not so sure I didn't go 5 for 5. I will check and see. Here comes the call right now. Are you ready? He's ringing in.
Go ahead.
All right. And let's go to the phone. He's there. I hope. Danny Good, is that you, my friend?
Congratulations. You've been selected for a free cruise to the Bahamas. You heard correctly. It is a cruise to the Bahamas for 2 people. And like most cruises, all of the expenses are included. All we would like is for you to participate in a short survey. And at the end of the survey,
let's do it. I'm doing the survey.
Cruise. Press 1 now to start the survey and receive 2 complimentary cruise tickets.
We're in.
To decline the survey and be removed from our list, press 9.
You can't do – you can – I'm in it. Let's go.
Question.
Yes.
Recently, new programs have been introduced to assist homeowners with home improvements that will reduce home energy costs and beautify their homes. If you are interested in information on these free programs, press 1. If you are not interested, press 2.
That's not a
if you
survey
are not
question.
A homeowner, press 3.
Wait a minute. All right, now I got to go through the prompts because you're talking over top of them. 1 to get an answer.
Made an invalid entry.
I didn't touch it.
Recently, new programs have been introduced to assist homeowners with home improvements that
Yes.
will reduce home energy costs
I want to build an
and
outhouse.
beautify their homes.
Yes.
If you are interested in information on these free programs, press 1.
Thank you.
If you are not interested, press 2. If you are not a homeowner, press 3.
Okay, I'll probably say no.
Entry received.
Thank you.
Next
You're welcome.
question.
Yes.
Most people would agree protecting your home and family is one of the most important things you can do. With new technology and new competition in the marketplace, many homeowners have been able to save money and get better home security than ever before.
No.
Entry received.
Thank you.
Next question.
You're welcome.
In this economy, many people are still having a difficult time making ends meet. One unexpected expense, such as a car repair or a high-energy bill, can be devastating. If a short-term loan could help and was available, would you be interested in hearing more information? If yes, press 1. If no, press 2. Entry received.
We're not going to get these
Thank
cruise
you.
tickets.
Next
No, we're
question.
not.
No.
Concern has been mounting in the healthcare community over so-called miracle drugs. Some of the most troublesome have affected a large number of people with diabetes. If you are a diabetic and have experienced side effects from one of these miracle drugs, press 1. If you have not experienced any side effects, press 2. If you are not diabetic, press 3. Entry received. Thank you. Last question.
Oh,
one
more.
Individuals who have been in an automobile accident in the past 2 years and never hired legal representation do not know they still have options. If you have been in an auto accident and want to know your rights, press 1.
We've been in an accident, man, but it ain't been a car. It's called This Show. Oh, what'd she say? I'm sorry. I was talking over top of the prompts.
Invalid
You have
entry.
made an invalid entry. Many individuals who have been in an automobile accident in the past 2 years and never hired legal representation
This is a train
do not
wreck.
know they still have options.
Uh-huh.
If you have been in an auto accident and want to know your rights, press 1. If no, press 2. Entry received. Thank you.
Congratulations. You have completed the survey, and we greatly appreciate your valuable input.
Thank you.
For completing the survey, you are receiving 2 free boarding passes for an all-inclusive cruise to the Bahamas. Please note that you can add more passes for other friend or family members if you would like them to join you. Please press 1
Gator,
now
you're in,
to have
baby.
a travel coordinator call you in the next 24 to 48 hours to assign you your reservation number. Thank you, and have a great day.
I hit 1 to have a travel coordinator come.
Congratulations.
Oh, wait a minute.
You have completed the survey, and we greatly appreciate your valuable input. For completing the survey, you are receiving 2 free
Wyman and
boarding
Gator, you're
passes
going
for an
too.
all-inclusive cruise to the Bahamas. Please note that you can add more passes for other friend or family
Oh, we got to
members
get
if you would like them
Apester,
to join you.
Wyman.
Please press 1
Gator.
now
Gator.
to have a travel coordinator call you in the next 24 to 48 hours.
Hitting 1. They're calling me. We're going to the Bahamas, baby. Wait a minute. Hello? They just dropped out. They just hung up.
They did.
Hello? I want to go to the Bahamas.
Spam call. Your first spam call.
I want to go to the
on our
Bahamas.
studio line.
I want to go to the Bahamas. If I don't get my tickets, I'm not going to be happy. I'm taking Horace and Gator and the Apester and Wyman. We're loaded up. It's a road trip. All right. So.
Oh, man. By the way.
So how did your show go today? Drew asked me. I said, Drew, it couldn't have been any better. It was one of those monumental shows you don't want to miss on podcast tonight. So it got so bad, I thought a coach was calling and answered. It was a lady doing a quiz to win tickets to the Bahamas. And then I said, yes, I want to go, and she hung up on me. Now, will somebody call me or not?
Well, the 24 to 48 hours are going to call back on that line, on that number.
Probably tomorrow during the show. Be perfect timing.
Oh, it would be.
It'd be great. So could it get any better than this today, boys and girls?
Oh, yes, it can.
Oh, yeah.
Because I have definite proof of
the Brooklyn Dodgers?
that you missed the question.
Oh, me, oh my. There was a football team named the Brooklyn Dodgers.
Here are the league standings for the 1939 NFL season. East.
Yep.
In the East, you had the New York Giants winning the league.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Washington Redskins came in second. The Brooklyn Dodgers came in third.
Okay.
Followed by the Pittsburgh Pirates and then the Philadelphia Eagles.
Pirates were a football team, too, in
They had a
1939?
yes, sir.
That may have been the stupidest question I've ever been asked. Thank you very much. So I go 4 for 5. That means tomorrow we will go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, if we even get on the air, I don't know what that is. If we even get on the air tomorrow at the rate we're going, I will go 5 for 5. Look into the camera and with my sincerest face, Apester, I'm going to go 5 for 5.
No,
you can
not.
take it to the bank. She already sent one that says, keep dreaming. Well, I'm going to sit and look at this, see if he happens to call back again. It's been one of those days. 1 for the memory books. I can't wait to text Drew. You got to listen to this show tonight.
How many weeks we've been doing this?
This is our 11th week. So this can be only defined as one word or 2 words, train wreck. So, but you know what? It is what it is.
That's fun.
It's the end of the day. This it's been kind of good. Kind of take stress off, edge off everything going on. All right, so I guess it's probably a good time here before we get out of here to check in with Jeff Gordon, as we've told you for the last hour and a half. We're going to check.
Set him up.
Set him up. And so we're going to do that because Gordon had a good run in his final spring race at Bristol Motor Speedway as a full-time driver, might add. So we'll see if he comes back and drives. He gave a hint over the weekend of the press conferences that he may pick and choose different tracks once he retires full-time, so we'll see. But here he is, Jeff Gordon. Again, question posed to him. Jeff, tell us about your night, Sunday night at Bristol Motor Speedway.
Certainly wasn't easy and was filled full of ups and downs and emotions. The whole weekend really was. We were very disappointed in the way we qualified. I didn't get the best out of the car, but we were just lacking some speed as well. And in the race, I thought we were really, really good. The long runs, got a little bit tight. It's really difficult trying to maneuver the rubber building up on that top groove where they've ground it down. It makes for some interesting racing out there, especially around lap cars. Big challenges, getting through traffic. Makes it very hard to pass, but we're cruising along there, making our way to the front, and I was pretty happy with the car. And then we had the loose wheel, which was a bummer, and lost 2 laps, but the car was really fast after that, and we were able to get back on the lead lap, which was great. And then we lined up in the outside lane, which was a huge plus tonight, a couple of times on some restarts, and ended up driving our way into the top 5.
There you go, Jeff Gordon not winning, but going top 5. Now, we just got a nice text from our buddy the Apester. Going 5 for 5, that's a big fat negative, but a big fat yes for the Bahamas. She's in. She's going to the Bahamas. So I guess we could call her the Bahama Mama, I suppose, if she wants to go.
She's got to come with us then when we go to Putt-Putt.
Yeah. April's getting excited about the Bahamas, so you have to stop this teasing her. I can't let her go. I don't know who that is. It's another name, so anyway, another number. I don't know who it is. April's getting excited about the Bahamas, so you have to stop. You've got to stop this teasing her.
Wyman's on a secret number.
Yeah.
Secret
Wyman's
number.
at a payphone texting me, so you can't let her go. All right. So anyway, it's been one of those shows, and so these happen from time to time. But hey, it's all right. It's all good. It's live, and you can't. It is that. Oh, that is. Here's the call. Let's see. Could this be another Bahamas trip? Let's go to the phone. Hello.
Tom.
Yes, sir.
Danny Good, how are you?
Hey.
Hello, Danny Good. How you doing, Coach? I appreciate you checking in with us before we get off the air here. So let's go right to it. And, hey, give us a spring sports roundup for Daniel Boone High School. Let's start with the baseball team.
Yeah, baseball, we're traveling to volunteer today. We've been a little bit of a wall the past week or so, but we're playing right around 500 ball. And probably looking at that 4 or 5 seed going into the to the district tournament. Kind of where we're at with it. And then softball's 22-7 right now, and we're hosting Seinfeld this afternoon at 4:30. I guess our soccer team's 4th in the conference as we speak, and our boys team, we start the Big 7 conference track meet starts Thursday until Thursday and Friday, and out of the 18 events that you can qualify for state sectionals, we've got 15 of them sewed up and on the boys' side and 12 on the girls.
Wow.
So track is following right along with the footsteps as cross country did this past year.
We're talking to Danny Good, the athletic director again at Daniel Boone High School. I want to applaud you and Josh Kite. You folks came out with a story last week about the middle school football. Kind of refresh my memory. I think it's very good. I think you did a great job, you and Josh, and I applaud you for what you've done. But, again, kind of refresh folks' memories about what all's going to be going on in Washington County middle school football.
Yeah, Josh and I were approached last fall by the athletic committee. The athletic committee made up of 4 board members, Mr. Dykes and 2 middle school principals, and Josh and myself to kind of explore the idea of combining middle school football on the north and south side into one team on each side. And Josh and I worked vigorously on that throughout the fall and winter, and we reported back to them about the first or middle of January. And the board took a vote this last meeting, and they passed unanimously to combine those schools. And I say into one team, it'd be really 2 teams. We'd have a JV team of 7th graders and a varsity team with 8th graders. And then the 6th grade kids would stay down and play in either Gray Youth football or in Pioneer League.
That's outstanding. I've been where you all talked about, where I was a little guy back in the day, and I got sent in to play against a kid much bigger than me, and I got creamed, and it wasn't much fun. So I came off the field. Next time, wasn't so excited to go in there the second time because I was way outmanned. So
we kind of looked at that as well, man. A lot of times, the first day of school starts. If you're not 15 by then, you're eligible to participate in middle school ball. And we look back on some records this past year. We had some sixth graders that weren't turning 11 until September and October. Sometimes we had kids 10-year-olds going up against a 15-year-old kid, and that's somewhat of a safety issue. And football is a tough sport, mentally and physically both. And we're looking at ways to get more kids involved more than anything. And from a physicality standpoint, that's going to turn a kid away, like you said, was when you was a young man. So that's I don't think it's going to go into effect this year. We've got a lot of things to do between now and August, probably like 2016. One of the things Josh and I stressed to the board is that we want to do it the right way. And if we rush into this and we don't have all of our bases covered, it could set football back several years, not only to middle school but the high school level as well. So that's kind of where we're at right now.
I applaud you. So it's not a done deal, but it's well on its way. Is that right?
It's a done deal. It's been passed and voted on by the Board of Education. That's who controls that. Whether it starts this fall or the following fall is what's kind of up in the air at this point.
It also, again, we're talking to Danny Good, the athletic director from Daniel Boone. I think this is a great thing, and I hope it's kind of a template for other school systems to take up and run with. It also affects, I know we were talking about the cheerleaders, and it's not just the football kids. Other student athletes are going to be involved as well, right?
Oh, yeah, the cheerleaders, we're not going to have any cuts or anything. All the cheerleaders that are chosen for their respective schools is going to have the opportunity to participate in those events as well. If that means we have 40 cheerleaders, then so be it. That's how many we'll have. That's not a problem at all. And, another thing, we're trying to hopefully get our band to grow at the high school level. And we have a lot of kids that participate in band at the middle school. So we're hoping to get a pep band, middle school pep band together and get those kids involved as well. So a lot of positives.
A lot of positives. Now, before I let you go, we're talking to Danny Good. Speaking of football, when is spring football practice at Daniel Boone?
Spring football practice starts May. Oh, gracious. I think he told me this morning. I'm pretty sure it's May the 1st.
Which is a Friday, right? And what do they allow you to have now, TSSAA? 14 days?
I think it's just 10 days.
10 days. 10 days. All right.
10 days, and we've got a scrimmage. We have 2 scrimmage games. We've got one with Johnson County, and I'm not sure who coaches scheduled the other one with at this point.
Starts May 1st with Daniel Boone football. So right now the focal point is on, obviously, track, as you said, and softball and baseball. So it's a busy time.
Soccer.
And soccer as well. Yeah, but very busy time at Daniel Boone. Coach, thank you very, very much. I'll get back to you and talk to you real soon. Thank you for taking the time to promote your kids, all right?
Hey, thank you for having us.
Yes, sir. You have a great day.
You too, Tom. See you.
Yes, sir. Great man right there. I appreciate him very, very much, doing a great job. And so, the phone beeped during the interview.
I think your Bahama coordinator was calling in.
Could it be? My what? My Bahama, my trip coordinator? Or maybe it is. This will be a good time for her to call. They asked about home improvements. I said something about building an outhouse, and it went right on hit the number 2, so on the button on the keypad. So the other name, by the way, of the ones who can't let her go, is her boss, would be the owner of said Bracken Paving Asphalt Maintenance, our great friends. And says April's getting excited about the Bahamas, so you have to stop this teasing her. I can't let her go. Spencer, she's too invaluable. So
that's right.
She can't, I guess the only cruise that she's going to be is on Stone Drive. There you go. That's about her extent of cruising, apparently. Boss man's not going to let her go. So we're down 1 ticket, so she's out. So we got Weinman, and me, and you, and Gator.
There you go. Well, we can practice our putt-putt.
That's an alarming foursome when we go to the Bahamas. So, anyway, if you missed it earlier, I'm sitting there waiting for Coach Good to call, and I hit the button, and what'd you call a spam lady?
It's a spam call, telemarketer. Okay. Or you want a trip?
Yeah.
Answer these questions.
And I did, so now what is it, like a free trip? Is going to be a cost involved, typically?
Oh, there's nothing free. Are you kidding?
For $999, you go free.
For free boarding passes. There's something about the tickets.
There you go. Okay, there's the catch. So I'm just going to tell her when I get on the phone, I'm scared. I can't swim. I'm scared of water. Can I go? I'll just make up stuff. Yeah. Ma'am, I thought I was wanting to call about building an outhouse. It's about home improvements. I don't really want to go to the Bahamas. Oh, I'll have fun with this lady if she calls back. Oh, I hope she does. We'll even let it run over if she calls back. It'll be good stuff. So, anyway. Oh, me, oh, my. Yesterday we got in an argument over the raptor bird. Today it's a ill-fated quiz show.
Oh, topped off with a survey for free boarding passes to a cruise.
From a lady in the Bahamas, or going to the Bahamas, so unbelievable. Anyway, we're about out of time with this fiasco today. We'll redo it again tomorrow, but we're having fun. That's the name of the game. Cherokee Barbershop, the home of the Gator Man. You get your ears lowered. Again, haircuts are free. Cup of coffee costs you $11. Get to keep the cup. Old-fashioned haircut. Straight razor shave. Put them hot towels in your face. Let me see. You are getting shaggy over there.
Man. I haven't been in a couple of weeks.
Them nubbins are coming up off that noggin of yours, so we need to go down there and get them ears lowered. I'm sure he's waiting on you. As a chair, he's open from 8:30 until 5, Tuesday through Friday, and Saturday from 8:30 until 1. Also puts that little gizmo across your back, a back massage, shoulder rub, and you got that as well. So cup of coffee costs you, the haircuts are free, I should say. Cup of coffee costs you $11. Cup of coffee costs you $11. Haircuts are free. Old-fashioned haircut, straight razor shave, hot towels, back massage. I saw a big Swami up the track, and I asked him there in the press box, who gets his haircut, by the way, Cherokee. I said, has he ever sneezed on you? He said, oh, yeah, first time.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what was coming. That's my favorite part of the whole trip going down there. I'm sitting in the chair, got my ears lowered about 3 or 4 weeks ago, if not longer. He said, hang on a minute. He sneezed. Well, he went, reached back and got him a bottle of ice-cold water and went, shot her on the back of my neck. I'll never forget that. And I thought, gross, out. He said, I'm sorry about that. And I turned around, he's laughing. He said, it's just cold water. So, anyway, you need to get down and get your ears lowered. So
I've got a long way to catch up with you, big guy.
Oh, yeah. I'm just getting them started. I've got another double dog dare. I'm going to see if I can get her down to my shoulders or down to my Oh, yeah. I'm going to grow it long again, baby.
You hippie.
That's it. I'm at the age I can if I want to, and I'm going to. So I'm going to grow that hair long.
I just think you're cheap.
I'm cheap because of my haircut?
Don't want to cut your hair.
That may be true, too. But I stopped by one of my buddies a while ago, and he's got his hair down on his shoulders. I said, and then Dr. Barry Walton, the Max MediSmart, he's got it down to here.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. And so I'm thinking, all right, it's coming back, grow this hair out long again. So I won't see Gator for a while. But now you need to get down there and get those ears lowered. You look a little shaggy. There is a rule of etiquette for this show, you know. Really?
Yeah, right.
After today? Really? Come on, give me a break. So, anyway, I do want to say thanks to my man, Spencer, and the kids at Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Tomorrow, we will make winners out of moi. The Apester's going down tomorrow because she'll give me those Elvis questions. Weinman told me this week, he talked to me when I was up at the racetrack. He said, she got a little antsy because I think I got the first 3 right last week. And she get a little nervous that how long is she going to keep doing this? As soon as you go 5 for 5, she'll quit. He said, you got a little. I think we went 4 for 5 last week.
I think you're safe for a while. We're I think she's safe.
Tomorrow is the magic day. It's the 22nd. Tomorrow is National Frisbee Day. I think it is. So we're gonna win tomorrow.
Here's a trivia question for you.
Yes.
Frisbees outsell baseballs, basketballs, and footballs all together every year.
Okay, are you talking about team sport? You're just talking about in general?
I'm just talking Frisbees. Outsell basketballs, footballs. No way. It is true.
No. Baseballs for Little League and college baseball and pro baseball, and now maybe football.
Well, that was
basketball.
On that stupid trivia page a second ago.
Yeah, you can take that, throw it out the window. That whole thing was a train wreck. So Frisbees outsell footballs, basketballs, and baseballs.
Yeah.
And that what is the reference point of that? The U.S. Frisbee?
I have no idea.
Well,
I'm not on there anymore.
Well, no, but where did you go? Where did you get these questions?
I just Googled sports trivia questions and took the first web page that came up.
So I'm going to put this quiz show into protest. We don't even know where these questions came from. There's no validity to them.
The one you missed, I proved.
Well, you're true.
So I'm sorry, you lost.
I went 4 for 5. All right. That's going to do it for today. Let's see if we got a parting shot here. Oh, Weinman's in on it now. Let's get him. Before we get out of here, we're about to wind this thing down and do it all over again tomorrow, we hope. So let's see. You will look like a ugly girl with your hair that long. Thank you, Tommy. Okay. And Apester, that was from Spencer.
What changes?
Yeah. Oh. All right. So we're going to say vamoose on this deal. We'll start back all over tomorrow at 1 o'clock. We're just having fun. Hope you are as well. We enjoy this very, very much. And I guess what you're hearing today and seeing is that sports is one big spoke in the wheel of life, and we don't take ourselves or sports too seriously, but we do have fun giving you information. So let's see. Today's show brought to you by Bracken Asphalt Maintenance and Paving. 323-8726 is the number to call. The Wells Fargo Financial Network, Bays Mountain Park, Max Medicine Mart. Again, your Mother's Day shopping headquarters, Cherokee Barbershop, home of you-know-who, the Gator Man, Larry Kaiser, Nationwide Insurance. With a thought for the day is, it is the set of the sail that determines the direction of the boat. We're fixing to sail out of here. Book Lovers Warehouse, Woo! Bristol Orthotics and Prosthetics, Kingsport Cabinetry, Jim Klein Farmers Insurance, American Import and Auto Repair, and by Bristol Motor Speedway and Bristol Dragway. Horace, put that big fat finger on the button. Let's get out of here. I am stressed. I got a headache now. So we're back at it tomorrow. We'll do it again. More fun and frolic on our 51st day together. And tomorrow, 5 for 5, baby, on the Elvis Quiz Show. Can't wait. We're going to get it right tomorrow. We're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. Always remember, win or lose, be a good sport. Thanks for watching, listening to the Tom Taylor Sports Show. See you tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Until then, so long, everybody.